Okay, today is Bastards of Bourbon, and we got Patrick Spiess and Steve Bolger.
Nice.
And Tommy Two Kittens.
Meow. Meow.
And that's going to be our tone for this entire podcast. So sit back, slide on your slippers, and enjoy.
We have suddenly turned into a ASMR podcast.
Put another log on the fire.
We're trying to
Just
attract.
relax.
We're trying to attract the same fans that watch the Bob Ross painting show.
Exactly.
Oh,
You know, he had a really wide audience.
Yes,
So if we could tap into that,
right.
then we're going to be in really good shape.
That's right.
Maybe we'll finally make money from this.
There you go.
You know, I mean, we might even start painting.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
We'll just see how it goes.
I love it.
All right. Well, Bastards of Bourbon, we are back.
Happy trees.
And we do have Tommy Two Phones, Patrick Spiess, and as always, me and my brother, Steve.
So happy to be here.
So happy.
Yes.
Honestly, I needed this. It was a long Friday for me. We had people rent out the Garden Grill Steakhouse for a wedding, 110 people.
Nice.
And it went great, but it was a lot.
Sure.
And honestly, it was a lot over the past month or so too, because I did all the planning and everything for it. But it went really, really well.
That's great.
The people there said they couldn't believe that our staff hadn't done a big wedding before.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the best they've ever been to.
Wow.
So
Tremendous.
The food was way better than what you normally get at a wedding, honestly.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like if you think about all the Florian, even
Right.
Country Club,
Yeah.
they just that chef
Come
does a
get your
good job.
chicken and green beans.
Was there music?
Yeah, they had a DJ. The dance floor was out on the patio.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And then they had a few wireless speakers for inside, so that they could do
That's
like
great.
the cake cutting stuff like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
It went really well.
Huh.
Went really well. I was I don't want to say surprised because I mean I had the
Worked
party
your ass off.
the party planner was fucking this thick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We covered all the bases, but we had a slight hiccup for about 2 seconds, just a simple mistake that I did make, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The table numbers didn't match up, but we corrected it before we started. So,
In 2 seconds, really?
yeah.
It was only
Impressive.
2 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I noticed it, and then before we started, I was like, okay, we got to do this. Switch it up. And we got it. Done deal.
Beautiful.
Nice.
But so now I'm very excited to drink some bourbon.
Good. Because we're going to.
I'm here for the bourbon.
We have honestly an intriguing lineup for me. I have not had 4 of these. Actually, with the random 7th we're going to throw in at the end, I haven't had 5.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for this. You picked up 2 today or 3 of those today?
I picked up 3 today.
Okay.
So well, why don't you start there and then
Yeah, we'll work
start
our
down
way
there.
down.
Yeah.
So first we got the Angel's Envy, which I'm very excited to have on the podcast. I'm a little surprised we haven't done it yet, to be honest.
That's what I was telling Pat on the ride over.
Yeah, it's a little surprising, but it comes in at 86.6 proof, which puts it at the beginning, which I already know that I have a fondness of this, so
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how it holds up at the beginning.
Sure.
Right.
Then we got the Jefferson's Reserve Pritchard Hill Cabernet Cask Finish, which is making its 2nd appearance on the podcast.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, it was in the Jefferson tasting we did. Was that the first one?
Yeah.
I believe it was.
Yeah. So it's been a while.
Yes.
So excited to try that again. I remember the first time we really weren't, compared to the rest of the lineup, we weren't
Right.
that impressed with it.
Right.
Mhm.
So
right.
excited to.
We liked the groth as far as the wine cask.
Yeah.
2 Jefferson wine casks that they have out at
Mhm.
this. We kind of leaned towards the groth.
Yeah.
I
But
had
we
it
liked
ra-
it.
I ranked it pretty low.
Did you?
Well, compared to all the other ones.
Yeah.
That's the only
If I
reason.
remember correctly, we all had it decently low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the proof on that one, Dave?
The proof on that one is 90.2,
Okay.
which is kind of the Jefferson go-to proof.
Sure.
And then we have this is one of the ones I'm the most excited for. I think maybe just because it has an elephant on a barrel on the bottle.
Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah. But the Smooth Ambler Contradiction Bourbon coming in at 92.
Pritchard was 90.
90.2,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 90.
And then from the same distillery, and that's why we were putting these 2 head to head, It is Smooth Ambler Old Scout straight bourbon whiskey. It is 99 proof. And then to round it out, of course, like we like to do,
Yeah, absolutely.
we have 2 big
Boy
bourbons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
boy.
big boy. So I saw this Old Granddad. I've never seen it before. It's called Old Granddad 114, and of course the 114 is for the proof.
You know, it's hilarious when we were writing down the proofs beforehand. I used the name as 114. I was like, all right, now what's the proof? Damn it.
So we've done regular Old Granddad, well, bonded Old Granddad
the
in the
bottle.
under 25 tasting that Dave and I did.
Was it just 2 of you?
Just 2 of
Okay.
us. And I can't remember where it ended up. I want to say it was middle of the road. We had 8.
Yeah.
It was like 4 maybe.
Yeah, and I think we were surprised it was middle of the road,
Yeah.
actually.
But I'm a fan of that 100 proof bonded. Therefore, that's why I thought this is one we can't pass up. We got to see what it's about. It's definitely pricier than any Old Granddad I've ever seen.
Yeah,
So that doesn't mean it's going to be good.
right. But we'll see.
We'll see. And then rounding it out, we have a West Virginia bourbon, and it's called the Hatfield Family Devil Anse.
Devil
Devil
ants.
Anses or ants.
Anses.
Also known as Devil's Anus.
Devil's anus.
Which is why he stuttered.
Yes.
West Virginia. Devil's
He's
anus.
stumbling and stuttering already. It's going to be a long podcast. It is 125 proof.
Woo!
Oh, boy. Not the highest proof we've had, but close.
Yeah,
That's
close.
going to be a spicy anus, guys. Okay, I will not do this the whole time.
So these are our head-to-heads. We do have a 7th bourbon that we will introduce later.
That is actually what I was going to say real quick, because we kind of didn't hit it. We did do it last time, but we are putting the 2 against each other like we did last time, then the second group of 2, then the third group of 2.
Yep. There you
And
go.
then adding in a 7th that Patrick brought us that I've never seen before or heard of, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
It looks like New Liberty Bloody
Butcher.
Bloody Butcher.
Also known as Bloody Tampon.
And it looks like you've had this so far, right?
I cracked into it about 45 minutes ago.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Typically, we wouldn't put something of a lower proof at the end because it's only running at 95. But we have all these comparisons to do, so
Sure.
it's going to round out, and then we will add it to the final rankings.
Could I ask why you guys picked these 2? And I know that they're against each other because of they're the lower proofs, but why did you pick this?
Well, they're both wine finishes.
Oh,
Angel's Heavy is finished in port wide barrels.
Really?
And Jefferson's Reserve is finished in the Pritchard Hill
right.
Cabernet.
I did not know that about that. So if I ruined a segue in
Not
the
at
next
all.
couple minutes,
Not at all.
I
It's an
apologize.
excellent
Good
question.
question.
I applaud you on your
Inquisitiveness.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir. I've been
And
honored.
as always, we are, well, not as always, but probably the usual, we're starting with Buffalo Trace in
Yes.
a rock glass.
Yes.
So, all right, I guess we get this this party started.
Yep.
Angel's Envy.
Is it okay to be nervous?
It is okay. It is okay.
This is the only one I've had out of all these.
Oh, really?
I've never had any of these.
I've only had this and that.
I've had Jefferson's Reserve, but not the Pritchard.
Actually, you know, this is probably the most we've had on the table for people not trying between them, because even me and you,
Agreed.
we haven't tried quite a few of these.
Right. I haven't tried 3, and you can say 4 if you count Bloody Butcher.
Yeah. It's 5
Obviously, you can see that I've enjoyed the contradiction.
Yes. Yep. I can see that you tapped into it. You couldn't help yourself.
No.
You were also out of town when you
Right.
got it, so you probably needed something for the room.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And I had my Glencairns with me.
Of course. You got that nice traveling case?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have a traveling case?
I do, yeah. I have stepped up my game considerably.
Yeah, he's actually got
I'm
a
not
whole
surprised.
lot of Glencairns in general. But I'm really excited for this tasting just because there's so much I haven't tried on this table. For me, it's 4. If you consider the Bloody Butcher, it is 5.
Up here.
Yeah.
I have completely embraced the Bourbon podcast. Embraced it.
I love doing these. Like this is just such a great day to do it. There's been UFC fights on today. College football like is back almost 100%.
Right.
There's the World Series is playing right now.
Yeah.
We're doing a bourbon tasting. It's October. Trick or treat, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
It's Cocktober.
It's cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah.
Is it Cocktober?
It's Cocktober. So I have a funny story about that. And,
About Cocktober?
Cocktober, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So a good friend of mine, I guess I'll leave him nameless, came up with this idea that October would be Cocktober. I have no idea why. He's just a funny guy. And
Yeah.
about 4 years ago, we're playing cards together, and he announces to the table, "Hey, it's Cocktober." And we're all looking at him like, "Oh God, here he goes again." So
why
every year on October 1st, I shit you not, he calls my cell phone and he wishes me a happy Cocktober. Now,
That's hilarious.
how funny is that?
How long has this been going on?
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And
that's
I forget
hilarious.
kind of what day it is.
Yeah.
And I'm in the garage moving some shit around this year, and my phone rings. I see who it is, and I don't know what he's calling about. We're neighbors. He lives down the street, so I'm could be anything. And I answer, and he's like, "Happy Cocktober, Steve."
At least no nut November's right after. Must needed.
That's kind of good.
And that's my Cocktober story.
I like it. I've never heard it called Cocktober before.
Now you'll probably not call it anything but that.
Exactly. Yes.
Caramel really right off the bat.
The nose on this
we're doing this now.
is really good.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Smooth,
Smooth, sweet,
Ooh.
gentle.
gentle.
It's so soft.
It's a little Bob Rossian.
Bob Rossian.
It's like I feel like I'm smelling angel's wings.
Weird.
Yeah. I'm in heaven. Very sweet smelling.
I got a lot of caramel on the nose. I get a lot of caramel on the flavor and the mouth.
There's something in there I'm not used to.
Like a butter or like a toffee. A little bit. Just a little bit.
It's oily, buttery.
Pretty damn good mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's not hollow.
And if I remember correctly, 45-ish.
Price-wise?
Yes.
Yeah, 45, 47, somewhere around there.
Which to me, dollar for dollar, is the much better value than Angel's Envy Rye.
Oh,
You
God,
agree
yeah.
with that, Pat?
Yeah, I do. I love Angel's Envy Rye, but 95.
Anywhere between 95,
yeah,
100.
it fluctuates a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
I think this is worth it. I'd rather have 2 bottles of this than 1 bottle of that.
I agree.
Yeah. This, I think this is, I think it's the creamy vanilla that's messing me up. Like, that extra word creamy instead of just vanilla. Because there's something to it that's just a little bit different.
Yeah, there is. And I can't quite put my finger on it yet.
It's just always tasted so sweet to me. Like,
But it's nowhere near as sweet as the rye.
No,
I've never
rye
had
is
the rye.
So sweet.
The rye is maple
the rye
all
is
day
very-
long.
Wow. Does the rye have any spice to it?
No.
No.
And it's rare for a rye to be that way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Because
it's just
we know our
candy.
ryes to all be.
At least have some spice at some part of it, whether it's in the front or the finish, but they usually do.
Makes me think that they've got to have a decent amount of wheat in that.
Man, when I add the water, I get smoke.
It's up there.
Yeah.
There's no caramel up there, which is sort of surprising. There's maple
Yeah,
syrup.
maple,
which-
candied.
It might have been like the combination of chocolate and creamy vanilla that was giving me that taste. Maybe.
I don't know. I got caramel. I did.
I always have drinking this. I always had a caramel taste. It definitely smells more smokier with the water.
Yeah. Is that?
I kind of like it better with a little bit of water.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Me too.
It brings out a little bit more. I feel like I'm now getting some citrus.
It makes the smoky undertones pop. I think.
I get more spice, to be honest.
Yeah.
I did. I got a little bit more spice, and I do like the mouthfeel of this bourbon.
Who made that noise just now? All I
AMSR? ARSM? What's the acronym?
ASMR, right? Yeah.
Okay.
sounded like a goldfish
Drowning.
swishing mouthwash or something.
You have gills, man. Swim.
What's this? A hint of Madeira,
Madeira is a sweet wine.
sweet wine. Okay.
Makes sense because of the cask.
Yeah. Can we
Yeah.
talk about that wine
In
cast?
fact,
thing
it is. It's a
little bit?
port. It's a port wine, I believe.
Is
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, it's finished in port wine casks, which you always. It seems to me whenever you do finish things in wine casks, you do tend to get a little bit more on the sweetness side, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. But I do agree with the finish, lingering, smooth. Almost kind of reminds me a little bit of Tommy's farts.
Sweet and smooth.
Smooth or lingering, or both.
Both.
You know, it's what's weird to me here is
Better in than out. I always say.
I'm
Or wait, no, better out than in.
I don't know if unimpressed is the right word, but I'm just like, yeah, Angel's Envy.
Underwhelmed, maybe?
Yeah, I guess underwhelmed, but I mean, I thoroughly enjoy it, but I don't know if I was expecting to get something else.
I think it's a solid bourbon
Very solid.
that doesn't knock your socks off.
Yeah,
It doesn't disappoint, though.
Yeah.
I
It's not
tend
disappointing.
at home. I tend to go to it when I just want like I'm going kind of light, and I don't want any surprises.
Real easy drink.
Yeah, easy drinking.
yeah, lower proof, all that, but it's good.
It's a rock solid bourbon. It's a bourbon that I don't think I drink on a rock. I think I like it just neat.
Yeah,
I feel like it's good enough where a rock probably is just going to water it down too much.
I agree.
Yeah.
It would just take too much away from it after a little while. The what the hell was I gonna say? I don't know. I guess a lot of times when I do these tastings, even bourbons I've had before, when I do the tastings, sometimes I'm like, oh, I never realized this, or I
Yeah.
never realized that. And for this, that just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad.
Right.
It just, it didn't alter anything for me doing the tasting.
Yeah.
So just a good, excellent, decently priced bourbon.
Solid, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so let's go on to the Jefferson Reserve Pritchard Hill. I'm really interested to see what we all think of this, especially for those of us that it's a second time around.
And I love the fact that we're putting it up against this Angel's Envy.
Yeah, because it's they both have the wine finish, but this one is considerably pricier. I want to say around 70.
Yes. Slightly heavy pour there, David.
Did I?
Yeah, and I went heavier.
Well,
Oh, it's the Heavy Brothers.
Screw big boys. We all about the heavyweights. I ate my lunch today
Nice.
in beer.
I had a
Liquid
couple
lunch.
pieces of Ray's pizza.
Ooh, I had Domino's.
You know their white pizza's pretty solid.
I have not
Never
had
had
white
it.
pizza from Ray's in like the longest time, like since I was a kid, I think.
I want to say this just right off the bat, more complex on the nose.
Oh yeah, totally.
Definitely getting some fruits. Ooh, that was a great slide.
Up by the Buddha. Put it by the Buddha.
The color is a little bit darker, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it aged longer? Do we know that?
I do not know.
Oh, really sweet.
But it's a lot more complex on the nose. I'm getting some fruit in there for sure.
I get fruit in the taste.
Have I
Or
mentioned that I
citrus.
have no taste or smell? Should I be concerned?
Yeah.
Where's your mask?
Sorry, just kidding.
Where's your mask and where's mine?
That's not funny. You shouldn't joke about that.
Too soon, Steve.
And we're
it's
canceled.
still Cocktober. We're still in the first month of 2020.
A BlackBerry phone and actual Blackberries on the screen.
Boy, I got to tell you.
I
That's
don't
good.
get that. I don't get that dark chocolate smell.
Get a little bit of tiny bit of spice on the finish.
Yeah, I do get the black cherry for sure.
Yeah.
I get the fruit. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say the fruits and the lemon. That's what I get in the taste.
Yeah, I
That's
get
all.
that black cherry for sure, Steve. You're right. I think that's what I'm getting on the nose as well.
I've never had lemon
Yeah.
in a bourbon before, but I know what you're talking about.
Interestingly enough, a friend of mine turned me on to using lemon for old fashions instead of an orange. Tried it. It's really, really good.
Interesting.
Yeah. Enough where I went out and I bought some lemons so that when I do decide to make old fashions again, I'll have that as an option.
So, like you use like a lemon peel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I think I'd like it though. Like especially like if you pair it with the right thing.
I
Like
kind of get a little bit of that lemon on the smell.
Yeah, I
Now,
thought
I
that-
don't know if it's just because now I'm thinking about it.
Right.
Maybe I'm
Probably.
smelling it.
I think also like I think when you smell after you taste it too, like you start smelling more of the taste. That's what I get
Yeah.
usually when I'm trying to taste stuff.
I gotta tell you, right now I'm more impressed with this than the last time we had it.
Yeah. I am too, Dave.
Yeah.
And I think that goes back to saying when you're trying so many products from the same distiller,
Yeah.
does it sometimes do it a disservice? Because it's like, well, yeah, okay, so the Groth is better, but does that mean that this is not that good, or is it just on its own going to be really good?
Yeah, but you know, I seem to remember from that tasting because I think it was only like third or fourth in that tasting, and I think we were all like, you know, it's okay. But I'll tell you right now, I'm much more impressed
It's
with
really complex, I would say.
it. Yeah,
I totally agree,
There's like
Pat.
levels. It's good.
More flavor than the Angel's Envy.
I think during that
Definitely.
tasting too, I can't remember when we tasted it, but I don't remember it being that much in the beginning. And I think maybe like we had like a lot
That's
of
what I was just saying. It was like third or fourth.
yeah, and like and we had like the bourbons before that were maybe I don't know, I can't remember, but maybe they were higher in proof and kind of
I think
messed it up a little bit.
We had the oceans in there, and those oceans were higher in proof.
Oh, yeah.
At least obviously the cash strength one was. And we may have had those in the middle, and the Pritchard and Groth I think were after
actually,
it.
we
It
did
may have
all.
messed with
We
the taste a
rounded
little
it.
bit.
We rounded it out with the wine finishes.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, that's right. We did. Yeah.
It was before we decided to start.
So we had cast. We had
using our
Cash Strength 21 and then followed it up with this.
First episode.
and then we got smart and said, "Oh, let's line them up by proof."
It was the pilot. It was the pilot episode.
Man, you had that water.
This is something I'd want to have at the beginning of the night
Yeah.
if you want to enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Really complex, I would say.
And this is not that hard to find. It's harder to find than the regular Jeffersons, this very reserve or very small batch reserve, whatever the hell that one's called, and even the oceans. It's a little harder to find than those, but you can find it, especially online.
It's local here.
At Kroger.
I don't know if we name stores or not, but
yeah.
yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
Did we have this at the Wintersville Kroger? I don't think we have this one.
I don't think so. But
Yeah.
I know the Oceans is.
Oh, yeah. The Oceans is for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone buys it because of the price point.
We did.
Yeah, that cash strength is
It's
really
fucking
If
phenomenal.
you get your mom to get it for you. Not saying you can't afford it yourself, but
No, I like your idea. though.
yes,
That's a great idea.
I'm just looking out for
Put
you.
it on your Christmas list.
That's a good idea.
Secret Santa.
And I believe, and Pat will correct me if I'm wrong, but she doesn't have a problem with buying you bourbon for gifts.
No, not at all.
Yeah, which makes her a fantastic mother.
Great mother.
Are you of age?
To drink?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just check.
He's Michael Jordan / LeBron James. He's
Man.
23.
No, I'm 24.
Oh, nice.
20 what?
24.
Oh shit.
Kobe.
September 21st.
Kobe.
You're
Nice.
close enough, yeah.
Right. So happy belated.
Thank you.
Coolio did not live to see 24, according to Gangster's Paradise, but he did. He's like 50 now. 23, will I never live to see 24? The way things are going, I don't know. Tell me why are we
That is a good song.
so blind?
Maybe later on we could
What is happening?
play that.
Oh, we're jamming to it.
Okay, fair enough.
We digress.
Yeah.
We digress.
Let's get back to the bourbon.
I apologize.
I I'm very impressed with it. I added water. I
Really enjoying it.
I got more of the black cherry. I
Yeah.
always love when I get cherry. I really, really do.
Ooh, that last sip I had water in it. Really, I got like a lot of cherry on it. I did.
The lemon left. Cherry
Yeah.
The lemon was with.
showed up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Very
lemon-
good, Pat.
Yeah, the lemon went out with the addition of the water. Dates. I have no idea what a date tastes like.
Yeah, me neither.
I think you eat those to poop, right?
Is that right? Or is that
Prunes. Prunes.
Prunes.
I think both.
And I really don't know what a date is then. If that was the only thing I thought I knew about it.
Same, man. I haven't been on a date in forever.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong meeting. I'm sorry. It's the bourbon tasting.
I'm in the wrong meeting. Yeah, this is an AA meeting.
So who would like
These are great.
Who would like to start their rankings for this first head-to-head matchup?
Well, mine are going to make the least sense, so I'm going to go first, Steve.
All right. All right, Thomas.
Are we? What do you just want me to say? Which one I'm choosing over the other?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can give a little breakdown if you
Sure.
want. Yeah.
Okay, so and I really love Angel's Envy. I always have since I bought it. It's always my go-to at home. But between the two, head to head, I'm going with the Pritchard. For me, there was just so many more. I think it was Dave that said, like, right off the bat, it was just more complex. Or maybe Steve did. One of you guys said it.
Either way.
Or Pat. Someone said it, yeah.
Yep.
The complexity, I just got the complexity of it. It made me enjoy it more.
Sure.
Like, I'm definitely picking it over it. I loved it way more than the Angel's Envy.
Gotcha.
Patrick?
The cherry and fruit, too, of it. That's why. Good. Sorry, Patrick.
I have a star next to Jefferson's. It's more complex. It's got bigger, bolder flavors than Angel's Envy. However, Angel's Envy is my go-to.
It's your
Stick-
go. So,
sticking with
so
it.
you're saying Angel's Envy it wins the battle?
For me, it
yeah.
does.
Okay. I was confused there for a minute. Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out that Jefferson's has a lot more complexity, but
Yeah.
for me, Angel's Envy.
Angel's Envy,
Nice.
the go-to.
I like it. I
Way
like.
to stay strong.
Yes. Hold your ground.
Yeah, you held your ground, man.
I'll go first between me and Steve. The Angel's Envy is excellent. I think everybody could tell a little bit by how I was talking before that I was let down isn't the right word, but
Underwhelmed.
just underwhelmed. I was hoping to find a little bit more from it during the tasting. I didn't find it. It's excellent, great price point. Highly recommend everybody have it on their shelf. But Jefferson's wins for me, and a big part of that is the black cherry. I love when I can find black cherry, period, not just black cherry, but cherry, period, in bourbon. I think it's because it's a note that I'm just starting to find on my palate.
Yep.
And it is more complex, has layers to it. It's got to be Jefferson's for me. Jefferson's Pritchard Hill cab finish.
Yeah. So I can't really disagree with anything you said, and I am too also choosing Pritchard over Angel's Envy, with just making the distinction of the fact that I really like both of these bourbons, and Angel's Envy is the much more accessible bourbon of the two.
Yes.
And there would be there's I will always have Angel's Envy available at my bar. I don't know that I'll always have Pritchard because it's not going to always be available.
Yeah.
But putting them head to head, I like the Pritchard Hill a little bit better. And just like Dave said, I think it's the cherry that makes the difference for me.
Yeah.
I mean, you get caramel out of a lot of bourbons. I get a little bit of caramel out of both of those, but the mouthfeel, it's a little smoother, and I think it just lingers a little bit more on the palate, and the Pritchard does versus the Angel's Envy. But I can't disagree with anything Pat said about it.
No, not at all. I'm still gonna. Angel's Envy's still gonna be something I always end up going to.
Yep.
But
And
I also love the bottle. I always have the wings on the back.
Oh, yeah, it's
but
a cool bottle.
The bottle is extremely cool.
yeah,
And it's an important distinction to make that so that people wouldn't think, well, okay, I'm not going to waste my time on Angel's Envy. No, waste your time.
Yes.
Waste a lot of it.
And,
Yeah.
and enjoy your time.
yeah,
Yeah.
And there you go. What really sold me was that last sip of Pritchard I took with the water. I had so much cherry at the end of it. That's what won me over.
Pretty darn excited about this next bourbon.
I'm very excited
all
for
of
this.
them. All of them.
I mean, I'm excited to try so many of these because it's first time for it. But this one I've actually had my eye on for a while. You sent me the picture when you bought it.
Yeah.
And I was very excited that you had it. I was sad that you were so far away, so that I couldn't just come over.
Maybe a little worried I might drink it all.
Yeah. It's always a possibility.
It is. And I don't know if this is a hard to find one or not. I know locally they've had this at times, right?
Not at ours.
Okay. Maybe
not here,
Robinson?
But it was Robinson, and it was actually last time I was in Tri-State. It was actually in there. Yeah.
And Tri-State carries a decent amount of West Virginia bourbons, which would make sense because it's in West Virginia.
Yeah.
But the history on this is pretty cool. Even though it's bottled in West Virginia, it comes from 3 different states, and they blend it there in West Virginia. So they get their barrels from West Virginia is one of the states, Tennessee and Indiana.
Okay. You said they get their barrels from there? So like the whiskey. So this is a blend.
Sorry, it is a blend. Yes.
Okay.
Components are wheated bourbon distilled and aged in West Virginia and merchant bottled bourbon that we carefully source.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I like the whole tri-state thing that says has a lot to do with like we're tri-state area, you know what I mean, Ohio Valley and whatnot.
So it's batch number 258. Important to bring out. So when I first tried this bourbon, my expectations were very low. I didn't think that Smooth Ambler was really putting out excellent products.
I hadn't really tried anything, but you never really hear people talk about it, and I seem to see at least some of their products every liquor store I go into, usually like the Old Scout. But I completely understand having apprehension. But on the nose, it smells pretty good.
Yeah. It's a familiar nose, and I can't quite figure out what bourbon it is that this smells like, but it is definitely a familiar nose.
It's very familiar and something that I'm definitely fond of.
I get a lot of honey on the smell. I mean, I did look, but that's how I felt at the before I looked.
Don't ever give away your secrets.
No, it wasn't. I swear. It I got like a sweet caramel smell, and the honey was what got the sweet out in the smell for me.
I would agree. There's definitely sweetness to it. It might be honey that I'm getting.
Yeah. I can't quite. The nose doesn't overpower me. I'm not super impressed with the nose, and I wasn't the first time I tried it. But then when I tasted
Spicy.
it was like, whoa, this is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it has a little bit of spice to it. Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah.
I get it at the beginning, and then the butteriness of it kind of takes away the spiciness for me.
Baby, if you're wrong, then I don't want to be right.
I don't want to be right.
As Dave mentioned earlier, there's an elephant standing on a barrel on the label. Contradiction.
This tastes like a lot of other bourbons that I've had.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
It's
It
familiar.
seems like a huge blend of a lot of what I've had. Not necessarily bad, not necessarily great.
Yeah.
Little bit of spice, a little bit of sweetness.
Very drinkable.
Yeah,
I
extremely
can see,
drinkable.
I can see the West Virginia in it, with the familiarity. I just can. I have something to say on top of that, but I'm not saying it.
Okay.
I
knew you were going somewhere.
I was going
with
a joke, but I'm not saying it.
Let's move right along.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
it.
let's
We
move right
know
along.
West Virginia is like all about.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a little.
Wild, wild
like-
and wonderful, right?
Wild and wonderful.
Yeah.
Basically, your sister's your cousin. She's also your aunt.
Yeah. Okay. All
It's
right.
familiar.
Devil's ants. Devil's ants.
I feel like I'm at home right now.
I definitely get a decent amount of nuttiness with
Yeah,
this.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get a lot of nut with the water involved. Nut taste.
highly.
It's nutty. I do. I really do. I'm not just making a joke. I got like a lot of nut taste in that. Like I felt like I just took a chomp of a honey roasted almond.
I feel like you get nut taste on a lot of things.
Well, I mean, you are what you eat with Steve. You are what you eat, Steve.
I mean, he likes in, not out. We have really opened up Pandora's box.
I think we're gonna have to do a different podcast on all this subject matter we're getting from Tommy.
Welcome to Cocktoberfest 2020. I'm your host, Tommy Two Kittens. First, we're gonna take you to Devil's Anus.
Oh my god! But
sorry.
I'm
sorry.
It's
I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
You're doing it again. Every time I start to talk, then you start talking again.
What's that? 1 second, Dave. Okay. Sorry.
It's highly drinkable. I do enjoy it. It's not overly impressive.
Right.
But like you said, you weren't really expecting much. It's definitely more than I would have expected.
Yeah, it exceeded my expectations, and it was the only bourbon I drank that night, so I didn't have anything to put a barometer against. But that being said, I still really like it. This is the second time I've had it, and for a drinkable bourbon, I mean,
It's not knocking my socks off, but I'm really enjoying it though. Like this is something I could have several glasses of in a night.
get a little bit
feel.
of spice.
Yeah, a little bit of spice. I think I definitely noticed that wheat flavor in there.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I'd love to have a bottle on the shelf. What was the MSRP on this?
It was, wrote it down, 40.
40. That's not bad.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I think it's.
I'd say it's like a good daily bourbon.
Yeah, I got to be honest. For me, it might be giving Angel's Envy a run for its money right now in the overall.
I agree with that. Thus far.
No, I have a lot of it left. I haven't even put water in this.
I don't know why I just did
I'm
that.
done.
I'm like,
I
I'm
gotta
rinsing it, and I'm using that.
The
to rinse it.
eyedropper.
I
I'm
need
going to
to
use
slow
the
down.
smallest bit of water.
It's going to take a while here.
Let me just move it around.
Yeah.
Move it around.
What's this on the screen here while you guys are drinking yours? This vegetal. Anybody know what that is?
Of vegetable flavors.
Is that really it?
I believe it's pronounced vegetal.
Vegeta. Oh, okay.
Well, the picture showed vegetables, so that's
Okay.
Relating to plants.
Gotta be honest.
A vegetal aroma.
I'm tending to look straight there, and
There
I'm
you
not
go.
seeing the pictures.
I gotta be honest. I'm not. I don't really get vegetable.
No,
I don't either.
No, me neither.
Like what?
no
Cucumber?
garden taste.
No.
I don't know, Dave.
Topsoil.
I got straight asparagus.
You get
If you want topsoil, you go larceny.
you getting any dirt in yours, Dave? Any dirt?
Nope.
Any sediment.
Can he go through a podcast without saying larceny?
Who said larceny? Oh, I did go heavy on that one. I was too excited. So, how you guys been?
What's
What's
happening?
with these vegetables up here? Like, did a kid draw them? Like, the fuck?
That's true. They are rough. My voice is getting rough. I'm falling apart. Jacob, help me.
I did get on my last.
Jacob, would you like to try some contradiction? Sorry, Tommy.
No,
go
you're
ahead.
fine.
Go
No,
ahead.
no.
You go.
No,
You go.
You're in charge here. Anyway,
But shut up.
anyway,
That's pretty much how that conversation seemed to go.
as I was saying, now, my last taste with the water, I got my last final taste of it, and that's what's sticking out to me now with these bourbons is my last final taste with water. But I really got the spice at the very end of my last drink. I got a very, I'm not gonna say small hint, but I got a hint of
Dinosaur egg.
spice.
Ostrich.
Is
What?
it real?
Yeah, it's a real ostrich egg.
Can I
Oh.
touch it?
Yeah.
I already have, so I guess I've
Yeah.
sort of ruined that.
It's a weird question to ask after you've done it.
Can I touch it again?
Yeah, there you go.
It's funny if he didn't ask, and then once this goes on, and you're watching it, and you're like, "That son of a bitch was touching my ostrich egg."
It's like the first thing I text you. It's the first thing I text Steve when you guys leave.
God
Did you see him
damn
just
it.
feeling up my
Son of a
ostrich egg?
Yeah. You see Patrick touch my egg? He touched it the whole time.
He's off. He's out.
He can go suck an egg.
He's really handsy.
All right. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to move on to the Old Scout.
I am finally there.
Indeed. I'm gonna rinse my
99
glass
proof. This is a little different than how they do the contradiction. This is batch number 61. This is specifically from Indiana.
Oh, really?
Isn't that weird? Now, it's bottled in West Virginia. Smooth Ambler Spirits, by the way, is in Maxwellton,
I'll be the first.
Number one for Patrick.
West Virginia.
Where is the restaurant on this?
Oh, you'll see.
Hey,
Straight
Jacob,
ahead.
can you slide the abacus over one for Pat, please?
One for Patrick. One piss for Patrick. Just make the.
Yeah, just slide it over.
He
We'll make people believe we have an abacus back here.
Yeah, well, he was panicked. Did
I
you
know.
see him? He's like, "What?
Steve,
what am I? Hold on.
Steve,
what?"
I looked. I was like, what abacus? I went right before we started. Don't move a bead over on me.
Oh, you know now
That didn't
we're going to have
count.
an abacus before the next
Yeah.
podcast.
I'm
Jacob's eyes were so big when you said it to him. Like,
Steve,
what,
I know
what?
what I'm getting you for Christmas. I'm getting a fucking abacus. Takes me back to grade school, man.
We'll have a sign made for it, the urine abacus.
You know, do kids play Red Rover anymore?
They better.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Kicked ass at that
Jacob,
game.
did you play Red Rover when you were in like elementary school and shit? You weren't allowed?
I did. I went to public school.
That's how, that's
Oh
how
yeah,
found,
you went to a private school.
That's how you found out which girls wanted to date you.
What?
And like
What?
No. If
You break the arm.
If you
Broke
liked a girl,
it. You're mine.
If you liked a girl, you're calling her to come Red Rover.
If you like a girl, well, that means that's how girls find out that you like them.
Both ways though.
Oh, both ways. Both
yeah,
ways.
if they call you. Oh yeah, she likes you. You run right at her.
I feel like he has a very misconstrued concept of how to tell if people like you. They could be hoping to eliminate you.
That's what I usually start with. I'd be like, "Hey, you want to play some Red Rover?"
right.
What
Did you hear
about
Jacob said?
Relivio?
Hold on. Did you hear
Remember
Relivio.
Relivio?
Oh yeah.
Real
yeah.
quick, Tommy, did you hear what Jacob said?
No.
Or they called you over because they thought you were weak, so you're easy to eliminate. Oh man, we just crushed his whole. Like, did you see his face?
Aw. So it was like a piece of his soul just left his body.
Yeah.
Well, fine. I was still calling the girls I liked over. Red Rover, Red Rover. You come on over tonight.
You come on over. Let me see if I can touch your breast.
Come on over. You come on over tonight.
You come over tonight. God. You know, I never thought I'd be like, man, I really regret bringing up Red Rover.
Yeah. Full regret.
Nice.
I didn't bring it up, and I have regret.
Yeah. This is just a nice little game that kids play. Not anymore.
Not anymore. It's my middle name now.
It's now going to
Tommy
be
Regret Haggerty.
it's now going to be the next reality show on Netflix. It's the next dating show, Red Rover.
So now we're on to the Old Scout, and as soon as Tommy gets done with
sorry.
his Marlboro Blue, we'll get it back up front to the front of the table. It's in the nose. I'm not getting much on the nose.
Sweet.
Definitely gets sweet.
Sweeter than the last one, at least.
Yeah. Higher proof, 99.
Sweet nose, but dark and smoky flavor I'm getting.
I get a darkness in the smell.
How do you get darkness in the smell? I just need clarification
explain
on
that?
that. That's
Chocolatey.
all.
Chocolatey.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like Hershey bar chocolate or like
Darkness. I smell darkness.
This smells purple.
Hey, who put the lights out? I can't smell nothing.
this one smells very yellow.
My
Very
nose,
yellow.
my nose is scared of the dark. Smells dark.
dark.
I smell colors in this. I smell yellow.
I get darkness on the. I'm sorry. It's like, oh my God.
This smells like the devil.
Oh yes, Satan. Yes.
Oh my God.
I can't stop smelling it now.
Can't stop smelling it.
Look, that is a dark explanation of the nose. The nose is strong with notes of toffee and Cracker Jacks, with warm pecans, with a bit of menthol.
Just because you say it like that doesn't mean those words are actually dark.
I don't think those words are dark.
Like,
The menthol is dark to me.
What if I say it like, the nose is strong with notes of toffee and Cracker Jacks, with warm pecans and a bit of menthol?
Sounds dark as fuck, Karen.
Oh my.
We've gone off the rails.
It's early yet.
Yeah.
We're going off the rails.
So, I
Taste.
A little
It's-
hollow on the mouthfeel. Ooh, that's weird. What is that?
I just can't quite place it.
It's like
yet.
light and wiry.
Wiry. I like it. Like the kicker from The Replacements. Very wiry.
I watched that recently, by the way.
I bought it on Blu-ray.
I encourage you to do the Kentucky Chew on this one.
Yeah, it's because it's
I did it.
I don't-
It's actually bringing out a decent amount of cinnamon, which I know is not even up there, but I don't give a shit.
I got cinnamon on the lips. I just do.
There's not a lot of spice there, I don't think.
the
Definitely some sweetness.
I get spice at the beginning, but the sweetness kind of just overtakes it for me.
What do you think, Pat? I mean, you don't have to rank it yet, but just, I mean,
I'm gonna say alcohol.
Really?
Okay.
I mean,
Not a bad alcohol, just an alcohol in general.
yeah.
yeah, I definitely get some alcohol burn.
I mean,
That's for sure.
That I think that's what I'm getting at. I mean, it's 99, so
Yeah.
we're getting up there.
Yeah, definitely some alcohol burn. I did get a little bit of cinnamon, but I'll tell you, when I first started to chew, really started swirling it around, it was pretty sweet for a second. It's different.
It is different. Sorry,
different.
it is different.
I'm wondering, I'll get something. That is the weirdest fucking thing for toffee. It looks
I-
like a slide. That's a pool slide.
I get like something spicy or toasty on the chew.
Yeah, I think the pecan might be the weird thing I'm getting.
I ain't getting none of that red velvet cake though.
You know what? Once again, Tommy, you kind of back yourself into a genius moment. Toasty. That's the word I
Toasty.
was looking for.
Yeah.
There is definitely a toastiness
Even
about
on the
it.
nose now.
I feel like you ever like wear a flannel at a bonfire and then take it off and smell it.
Yes.
Kind of what I'm tasting.
Gotcha.
Smoky bonfire flannel.
All right.
Any shirt really would
Jacob.
work with it, right?
Sure.
Make a note.
Sweater, hoodie.
Don't invite Tommy Two Phones back.
I finally got there. It took them this long.
He said, you know, like when you wear a flannel at a bonfire.
That's what I'm tasting.
You're the best. By the way, quit chewing on flannels.
Bet I'm hungry.
I know last time I said we were going to have like a plate of cheese. Yeah. Next time.
I don't see any. So.
You know, I don't know if it has to do with all the bourbon or what, but there's a lot of times we say, you know what, from now on we're
We're
gonna
doing this.
and then the next time
Like
we're
the abacus. I need to put that in my phone.
Yeah,
Abacus and cheese.
Abacus.
Someone's going to look at my notes. They're going to be like, what the fuck was he doing? He needs abacus and some cheese.
what kind of fucked up shopping list is this? Seriously, where do you actually get an abacus anymore?
I have a feeling I'm going to be shopping at some toy stores.
What's with all these fucking calculators?
Oh, shit. So I'm going to have a super hard time being able to differentiate these two. I'm going to be honest here. My God.
I like them for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll tell
There-
you. Yeah, agreed. But I'll tell you something that's hitting me is, and maybe it's just the long weekend or what. But so far, there's been nothing like the Jefferson kind of hit there. I was definitely surprised by it compared to last time. But Nothing that I'm like, oh.
Yeah, where it's just like,
Yeah, like an undeniable, like, man, this is fantastic.
yeah. Like where there would be a good reason why you have no pants on.
Right. I mean, just don't tell people about me not wearing pants. I actually did take off my shoes.
I got boots on. Here.
Okay.
Shoes are off.
That's probably why I brought up cheese, because I think I smelled it.
This isn't strip bourbon.
Limburger.
I've got some weird fucking notes on this.
Bring
one.
them the cheese, the hot, stinky cheddar. Speaking of that, what's the score of the baseball game? Commercial break. 2-0. Dodgers. Nice. Is this game 1 or 2? 2, right?
Any home runs?
2.
Did you bet on home runs?
I did.
Yeah, didn't you say 4?
I got a player for Tampa Bay and a player for Dodgers.
It's game 4 already? Yeah. What's the series at?
In last night's game, I had Justin Turner to hit a home run. He hits home run in first inning.
No shit.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
it
like
was
a
nice.
big relief immediately.
Oh, it was huge.
You should have seen. You should have seen us watching these UFC fights earlier. That's one of the biggest fights in the history of UFC. Justin Gaethje versus Khabib, and I actually watched it with the all but one of the cast members because we added a new cast member of MMA Fools, and we're in here just nerding out. And then when that fight comes on, we're all like,
They were nervous. They were really nervous.
we're talking nonstop. Tommy's like,
I was watching the Notre Dame game back and forth, but these guys were like they were seriously geeking out, like and I get it.
Trekkies.
I was geeking out somewhat because it was a really good
It was a good fight.
yeah, and even like the talk up
crazy.
to it, it
Wow,
was
cool.
definitely worth it.
Good stuff.
I can't say it was necessarily a good fight. It was just fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like what was happening. It was
The guy-
wild, sporadic.
Yeah, the guy
Every
that
time
won
I take a
retired.
drink of Old Scout, I seem to like it a little more.
Yeah. And this is a good time for our what we like to call disclaimers, if you will, public announcements. You try a bourbon for the first time, you may not like it. You need to try it 2 or 3 more times.
Exactly.
Yeah,
These last two, I am very interested in trying multiple times.
Me too.
Because it's like I can't really.
Can't put my finger on it.
Right, I can't like differentiate specific flavors or anything, but there's something I'm enjoying about it. I can't even. It's like it's weird because it's like I can't tell how much I'm enjoying it. It's a very peculiar feeling for me in a bourbon tasting.
Yeah.
It's thrown me off a little bit here. I'm intrigued.
It's actually difficult to pick between the
Steve's
two.
gonna come home after work one day, and I'm just gonna be sitting there. Oh, hey, Steve.
Hey, standing on a barrel like the elephant.
Yeah, going back and forth with Great Danes on each side of me. Hey, how you doing? Can you make some popcorn?
circus music in the background.
I do make the best popcorn.
He does absolutely make the best popcorn.
Yeah, don't you have like a machine or something?
We do. You know, our machine blew a fuse.
Oh no.
So I've been making it on the stove.
Oh, on the stove.
And I'll tell you
My
right
dad
now.
used to do that.
I was just gonna say that. It might be better. It's a little harder to get the kernels to pop the way you want them to. So you get a decent amount of kernels, but man, it's good.
Oh, I bet it sounds good.
That tit's good.
It's good.
The first time I ever had the popcorn, I was getting ready to leave actually, and Steve was making a big batch. We'd had a few too many probably, but he's making popcorn. He was like, "You got to take some of this with you. It's the best popcorn you'll ever have." So now I'm surprised by the stove thing maybe being better. It's the best popcorn you ever have. I'm like, all right, Steve, it's fucking popcorn. And I start eating it on the drive home, and I had to stop and text him like, this is actually absolutely the best popcorn I've ever had.
And meanwhile, your steering wheel was all greased down with butter.
It was hard to make turns because it just slid right through my hands. It was a problem. I was trying to wipe it on my shirt.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a really funny story.
Cop pulled me over. He's like, "You're really greasy." Sorry.
Go grease lightning.
Did not actually get pulled over.
No, he did not. Can I just digress just for
Please,
a minute?
please do.
The story is quick.
Yeah,
I swear.
We're in the
Because
second.
I can
intermission
hear
here. Go for
Pam
it.
yelling right now. No, stick to it. Keep it short.
We're going really quick.
But you guys are going to love this
We're going
story.
really quick.
I'm not even.
It's pretty fast.
Yeah.
We're like 45 minutes.
I'm not
Yeah.
even sure.
We're gonna be done
I'm not
with
even
this
sure I
thing
should
under an
tell
hour.
it
Yeah.
because I have a feeling this is going to come back to haunt me. But I'm going to tell it anyhow.
Let's do it.
All right. So Dave talking about his hands slipping on the steering wheel. I had this thing that I used to do. This is way before I was married. Okay. So I just want to preface
Where
that.
are we going with
Right.
this?
I know. You have no idea, but you're going to be glad I told this story. So before I was married, before I had the job I have now, and I'm throwing those disclaimers out because I don't want anybody saying, oh, my God, this guy is psycho.
This man is vile.
The anticipation is killing me.
Yes, it is. So I would go, like, I'm going to give you an example. So let's say I'm making a left on the F's lane.
Okay.
Right in front of DeCarlo's.
Yeah.
Wintersville. Okay. And cars are coming opposite direction. I would slide my hands over the steering wheel like this, like I'm turning, to watch the faces of the people coming in the opposite direction. And they would be like, oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's turning!
If anybody's ever turning off of that road, like you're looking at them like, oh, are they going to turn?
Yeah.
Because you don't know if they see you or not.
And
So
that's
I get that.
horrible.
Yeah.
I realized
Yeah.
that. I could have caused accidents.
Yeah.
I never did. But it was just something that was a little bit funny.
There's no way I'm not doing that.
How did you even think of that?
I don't know. I have a
I can't believe I've never thought of it.
I sometimes I think about things a little differently than some people.
The way you're angled going down Sunset, looking at the person turning off of F's lane.
Well,
like
this would be turning into F's lane.
oh, turning in.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So they're coming like they're in front of Wendy's and they're coming that direction, and then you just start sliding your
Okay.
hands.
All right,
like
I got you. I thought you were
like,
turning off
This
of F's
son of a
lane.
bitch is
But yeah.
turning.
That's even worse.
there's-
That's even worse.
There's no way I'm
What
not
I was
doing that. There's no way.
And if you get your whole body into it,
yeah, I will wait for low traffic times. I don't want a lot of cars around because then something bad could happen. But I really want to see some people's reactions to that.
again, I have a feeling I'm going to really regret telling that story.
Nothing happened.
Not yet.
True. No, but I don't know that I want to encourage other people to do it.
Like me.
Right?
Nobody do
Did
that.
you hear what happened to Patrick Spiess?
This is it's like the Jackass disclaimer they put on, like nobody should actually try this.
Right.
But I'm going to.
I might too, actually. That sounds interesting.
You know Patrick's in jail now. Oh my God, what did he do?
Listen.
Well, he was acting like he was making a left turn and caused a 7-car accident.
That's what I said. I'm gonna wait for low traffic times. I'm just gonna wait till like when I'm coming home from work and nobody's on the road, except for that one person. I'm actually gonna wait for a very long time for a
doing
car
this
to
at
go.
high- I'm doing
it
this
could
at
be a
high
drunk
noon.
driver that is just going to freak out.
That's their.
Oh, I am deeply regretting this now. Deeply regretting it.
And when the cops show up and be like, listen, so my buddy Steve Bolger, right?
Steve Bolger. That's
It's
the name.
STEVE.
You mind if I bring up YouTube real quick on my phone, officer?
Show you what he looks like. Oh my God.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm taking a piss break after this ranking, by the way. So
Oh,
don't-
yeah,
do
we
the
got to do the
ranking.
ranking.
Yeah.
Let's do the
Don't
ranking.
start pouring that right after. I'm going to go take a piss. You guys can tell another
All
story.
right, Patrick.
Okay. For contradiction, I have medium flavor, no distinct smell or taste. For Old Scout, I have smoky, dark, and okay. So I'm thinking with this one, I'm going to go with contradiction. But I think, like Dave said earlier, I would like to try them 2 or 3 more times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of excited to do
4 or
it.
5 or 6. It doesn't matter how many more times.
Yeah.
But I would really like to try them more.
I can make you a to-go cup.
Yeah, that would be good. Like a little.
you know what? You are full of good ideas tonight.
I'm telling you.
You can make.
I am
you can
on
make-
fire.
You can make all the fake left turns you want. You have a to-go cup in your car and everything.
I'm gonna say contradiction.
Steve Bolger told me to do it, and he gave me alcohol.
Steve Bolger said this was fine.
He said,
Why
"And
is
he
it
gave
not
me
okay?"
alcohol.
He gave me the booze. It's fine. Everything's all right.
So I know I'm gonna get sidetracked here, but there's a cigar rep that comes into fucking that comes into Garden Grill all the time, and he has this really dry sense of humor. He's one of my favorite people. I'm gonna have him either on this or one of the podcasts for sure. He's from Columbus. Shout out Alex. But he comes in the other day and he was like, yeah, so my girlfriend was saying the other day, like, if we have kids in our 30s, then they'll be in college by the time we're 50. And I said, maybe you will be. I'll be dead. He goes, and then she said some stupid shit like, well, your grandpa's 95, so I'm sure you'll be fine. He goes, yeah, but the other one's dead. I said, so you have a 50-50 shot of me living to be 104 or me being dead by 55, and which one would you really prefer? So then he says, hey, can you give me, can I get one of those Pabst coffee beers to go? And he was like, and could you open it for me? And I was like, what are you going to tell him if you get pulled over? He goes, I'm going to tell him Dave Hammer from Garden Grill gave it to me. And he was handing them to everybody as they exited.
I love it.
He's something else. All right, anyway, so Tommy, your rankings.
Is that Pabst coffee shit good?
No.
I haven't had it. No? Okay.
People say that it is, but I've never tried it, and I don't think I will.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
It's just
either.
like thick milk.
I can barely get myself to drink a Pabst, but okay. All right, so contradiction. I really enjoyed like the last final taste that I had of that with the spice at the very end. I got a lot of nut. I nutted a lot during drinking that, and with the Old Scout, I really just noticed that how toasty it was. Now I'm picking contradiction over the Old Scout. However, if I was outside during this bourbon tasting, I would have picked the Old Scout. The Old Scout to me had more of a taste that I would want to enjoy if I was sitting outside in a nice fall, cold night.
With a flannel by the fire.
With a flannel by the
Yes,
fire, but
yes.
but I'm not. I'm
Yes.
inside.
And we've come
I'm-
full circle.
I'm
There we
inside.
go,
I'm
there we
inside
go.
with multiple light bulbs on my face. Contradiction it is.
You are a walking contradiction.
I am a
really are.
contradiction.
You really are.
But I agree with Patrick in saying that I would to get. There's a really good chance if we did multiple tries of these two against each other, it could go either way for me. It was really close for me. That's
It
all
also
I'm saying.
depends on the type of clothing you're wearing, jersey or flannel, and whether
Temperature,
we're inside
temperature.
or whether we're outside
Yeah.
there's a bonfire. Who the
I
hell
would
knows?
enjoy the Old Scout outside.
Yeah.
Like
with a flannel and a bonfire.
So, Steve,
yeah.
Yes. So unlike Tommy's rankings, where he could go either way, which is true in his rankings and in his lifestyle.
Hello, audience.
I am
I
going
don't
to.
judge.
I'm going to make this real simple, and it's a surprise to me. It's a shock to me because I thought for sure going in I would take contradiction because I liked it that much when I first had it.
I agree. That's what I had going when I first went in.
Yep. But I'm going to put Old Scout just slightly above. I like them both. They're different, but at the same time, familiar. They smell as
Very familiar.
Yeah, as Pat had brought up very astutely earlier, they smell like a lot of other bourbons.
Yeah, it's almost like coming home.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I would not think twice about having these bourbons at my bar. I think the price point is pretty good for both of them. 46 for the Old Scout, 40 for the Contradiction. But I just and I'll give you credit here too, Tommy.
Okay.
The
Twice in a row.
the toastiness,
Same thing.
I think, is what put it just a little bit above for me for
Oh, yeah?
Contradiction.
Okay.
Now, we do this same head-to-head tasting in a week. I might go the other way.
That's
I don't
what
know.
I was trying to
It
say.
could depend
Yeah.
on what I
agree
had to
they're
eat.
close.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it in the family, Steve. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, I hear
Yep.
you. Yep.
So for me, again, I entered this to reiterate what you said, Steve. I entered this thinking there's no way Contradiction wasn't going to win. I mean, come on, there's an elephant on the bottle,
Right.
on a barrel. There's no. I thought that was for sure it. I'm actually going to read my notes here because I have under Contradiction, man, but good. And the man part is really just because I couldn't decipher any distinct notes really. It's not that it was bad or that I truly thought the bourbon overall was very meh. It was just
Did you say man but good?
Man. I had to look.
Man.
I had to look. I thought he said
man.
man.
Okay, I was gonna
Meh.
say so man
Meh.
but.
I thought he
Yeah,
said man
good.
too, so I looked. Yeah, it says man.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
man but good.
Hard to put your finger on.
Bourbon good for man. Man drink bourbon.
But it's
Man sleep with cousin. Keep it in the family. Familiar. That's all I'm saying.
it's good. It's good. I can't wait to have them again on another occasion.
Yeah.
But then Old Scout, I had different, weird, but good. And then I ended up going with Smoky, Toasty, and on the chew, I think is what sold Old Scout on me. Because then I got this surprising sweetness on the chew,
Yeah.
a little bit of spiciness. Once I did the chew, it just seemed just a slightly bit more complex to me. Still not a lot of distinctness, distinct flavors from either one. And maybe as we try them more and more, I'll start to get some of those.
Sure.
They are very familiar. They are typical bourbon, I would say. Something I got to try more of. It's weird to say because I just had it, but I'm very intrigued by them.
Okay.
You
I
want
like
to figure.
it.
You want to figure out more.
I want to figure out more
Yeah.
about them. Like
Yeah.
I want more of them on my palate.
Yeah.
And who are you pick? You're picking Scout?
I'm picking Old Scout. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
picking Old Scout over Contradiction. Surprise to me. I mean, as soon as you sent the picture, I told you how excited I was to try this one, Steve, and I thought for sure it was going to win that battle, but it was definitely Old Scout for me.
I ruled out my chew on Old Scout because I did not chew Contradiction.
That's
that
true.
was
I'm
my
not sure
one
if I did
thing.
chew
So maybe if I
Contradiction either.
chewed both, I may have picked.
Might go
Old
back
Scout,
and chew
maybe.
on that.
Your time has passed.
Yes. I'm done. Yes. I'm actually. I'm gonna go.
Gotta cut Tommy off.
I've always
That was
wanted to
the-
say that.
That's fine.
Your time has passed, my son.
Move a beat over for me. I'm taking a piss.
All right, we'll start. We'll start pouring here.
Okay.
I gotta sit like this so I can let Tommy get by.
So
Much smaller
114.
studio. How do you
Here we
guys?
go.
How do you guys feel about this look? Does it look good in the camera?
how wide that? It's interesting.
But you're gonna duck for the camera.
So next up is Old Granddad 114.
So this is the stuff you told me about. I've had the
Bonded.
regular, I guess,
Yeah.
bonded.
Bonded, yeah, bonded.
Yeah.
I told you to get the. I think didn't I tell you to get the
You
bonded?
did, yes.
Yeah.
That's. I've had it before. It's good
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's
for
what,
the price point.
20, 21
Very
bucks.
I've
Yeah.
sold it to him before.
Okay.
One of the first probably real conversations we had actually.
That's.
We've had it before,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like we actually stood
I
there for a
remember-
minute
I
and talked
think
bourbon.
You recommended something else, and I benchmarked. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I bought that.
How about those benchmarks?
I know.
Bean's taking a trip soon. He's going to try to get them all. Beautiful. There's now like 6 benchmarks, Pat.
There's not, or
There's
are?
now like 6 different benchmarks.
Yeah,
Really?
He's leaving consonants off the back of some of his words.
I'm leaving continents off my word. Off my word.
What
I really am.
What are we? What are we getting into? So like,
There's like a I want to say I sent actually Steve, didn't I send you a picture of it? Oh, I don't have my camera or my phone. I
Yeah,
don't have my camera. Hold on, let me scroll through
Yes. I will. I'll dig it up for you.
Yeah, dig it up so we can just give the list of the different benchmarks. We're waiting on Tommy anyway, right? Man, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. Pat might be the manliest person at this table. Every one of his pours have been very heavy. I'm very impressed by you
does
right
that make me manly, or does that make me a jackass?
now. I'm going manly.
I
We're drinking-
believe-
we're drinking bourbon here.
I believe in some weird.
I feel like I'm about to get crippled.
In some weird state, let's call it. It makes you both.
Yeah, that makes
It
sense.
Yeah,
makes
that
you
makes
manly and a jackass.
Well, you know, listen. I think the jackass portion comes in progressively throughout the evening. My behavior,
Your behavior
Yeah.
will
Oh.
depict how much.
how much jackass I am.
Yeah, read those out.
Sure. Okay, so we
Sorry,
got.
these are the different benchmarks that they have come out.
So we
with.
have top floor. Not sure what the hell that is.
Yeah, we don't really have
Small
the
batch. Top floor is 86 proof. Small batch is 90. Single barrel looks like 95. Does that look right?
95, 99.
Bonded, obviously 100. Yeah, so those are all in there. And then they're all in very nice plastic liter bottles.
No,
I'm
those.
sorry. They look plastic. They're not.
They're
No,
not?
they have the bullshit. They have the bullshit glass. The glass looks plastic. Honestly,
And
it
the
does.
price
tell you what,
tag
the pri-
$12.99,
the-
$13.99.
Yeah,
The prices are amazing.
yeah. I don't care. I'm excited to try them. Like not the I know I jump on fucking benchmarks nuts all the time.
Is there anything below that, Steve? Oh, okay. I thought that was the same benchmark up and below, but that's
But the regular benchmark is decent. You know what I mean? So I'm curious as to what those ones are going to taste like.
It's decent, but Dave and I we disagree a little bit about it. I mean, it's not that I don't like it.
We fought in the yard after the last time we talked about it.
I'm not as in love with it as Dave is, but I mean, we have other bourbons where there's bourbons that I really like, and you're like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I just think to me the benchmark is just the best value
Well,
bourbon
for that price point.
That's what I'm saying. It's the best value bourbon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
$10.
What was
definitely
this?
worth a try.
Okay, so
Benchmark.
we've
What,
got
what were you guys talking about?
Benchmark.
benchmark.
Oh, benchmark.
Yeah. So Old Granddad 114. As you can see on the TV, it is a Jim Beam product. Old Granddad is a Jim Beam product. And none of us have had this. Really excited about it. For Old Granddad, it is very expensive.
I definitely just sniffed the mic.
So it's expensive.
What kind of notes are you
For-
getting off the
well,
mic?
Old Granddad typically runs, the regular Old Granddad runs around $14 to $15.
Yeah.
Old Bonded Granddad is $20.
Yep.
This is $46.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's it? What, and this is because it's just old Granddad 114.
You would think
Yeah.
Steve said $1,000.
Well, no, that's a big jump. That's a
That's
big
a
price
huge
jump.
jump.
You go from
It is a big
Sure.
jump.
one's
Sure it is.
one's like there was a barely a $10 difference in the first two, and then a 20 in the others. I mean, that's a lot to me.
I'm going to
fair.
give you the little spiel because I like it. Old Granddad 114 is made from a unique recipe that uses more of the costly small grains which create a distinctive flavor and body. The fine bourbon is bottled at 114 to preserve every drop of that unique character.
Wow.
Look for a lot number on each bottle, signifying the authenticity of Old Granddad 114.
I'll
This
tell you
is
what-
lot number 1.
really.
I don't know if they've made this before, and I don't know if he can pull that up. But
I've
it's
known-
lot number 1.
Right, that's kind of crazy because I definitely known about it for I'd say 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
Because Bean did try to get us a bottle of it before, but he couldn't get it. So I'm excited to have it here. And
It
I
was
got
the only one they had.
Where'd you get
Yeah.
it?
Tri-State Lacoste.
Yeah. Okay.
And
West
I got it.
Virginia.
West Virginia stepping up.
West Virginia definitely repping
Oh.
this podcast.
I got to tell you the nose is the nose of a lot of bourbons that I like.
I get dried fruits.
I smell dried cherries.
I get cherry.
It's dried something fruity in the smell.
I get cherry. I get a little citrus.
Did you do drugs while you were in the bathroom?
No, not in the bathroom, and not today.
Your eyes.
You were too specific with that question.
Right, yeah,
Be
I'm
more
sorry.
general. Then we can get elicit a better answer.
I feel like I could find my way to Columbus on your eyes.
Oh no! Well, I think I'm just getting drunk. Should I get some Visine? I'm fine. I swear to God, I'm fine.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out.
No, it's okay. My eyes get red easily. It's fine. They get lines in them too, like a lot.
It's good.
Over explaining is the practice of a fool.
That's,
Wow.
That's
I'm on the right podcast.
That seems
then.
like full of wisdom, what you just said right there.
It was.
I like that. That's good. It's very good.
I guess if I have to answer that question honestly, I mean,
No,
because he didn't
no,
say just
I'm-
now. He asked if I did drugs in the bathroom.
Hold on.
The answer would be yes.
Well,
because have I
never-
done
never
drugs in a
mind.
bathroom?
He said the
Once-
bathroom.
Oh,
The bathroom.
Oh,
The
no,
bathroom.
never.
Not a
No,
bathroom.
Not a
No.
bathroom.
but have I? Yeah, I mean, has anybody?
All right, let's
So-
get back to the tasting.
Dried fruit, Steve.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
All right, definitely
I get it.
cherry.
Yeah. Now on the nose, I'm get, and you would think it. I mean, it's 114. I get a lot of alcohol.
See, it's a little smoother.
It's smooth for me.
I get a toasted nut in the last
On
of the,
the
taste
nose.
of the taste.
The nose.
Toasted nut on the taste. Dried fruit in the smell, toasted nut in the taste. Show me the stats, Jacob.
Now, just because you properly used toasted before doesn't mean you have to use it with every
I'm
bourbon.
rolling with it the whole night.
Yeah, those are the toast. Those are the notes. We don't.
Oh,
have the
I didn't
same
see
thing.
it. I'm sorry. Hair on his chest.
Actually, on the nose, I like it smooth. The cherry was definitely there. When I went back to the nose again, I kind of was like a cough syrup cherry for a second. Honestly, on the palate, it gets a little boozy for me.
Yeah.
Little boozy.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to go back
Little
to
bit.
it for a second.
I'll agree with that. What proof is this again? 114, right?
Mhm.
I really think the reason if you're getting a lot of the booze taste, and I am too, we kind of did a jump with the past, like compared to the past ones that we've did.
Yeah, so this is 15 proof higher than the old Scout.
Yeah. Like we're finally like above 100. This is the first time we're above 100 the whole night, right?
Big boy.
Yeah.
A big
A
boy.
big boy.
A big boy.
bourbon.
We're just hitting the big boy bourbon in the last round. I don't know about that. It sounds more like wearing pull-ups, in my opinion. We just got to over 100 this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are wearing pull-ups.
You were here with us.
Well, hold on. If we're wearing pull-ups, you're also wearing pull-ups.
Well, yeah. I always do.
You're not wearing any pants.
Dave, are you wearing pants at this point? Camera's not on it. Doesn't matter.
I like the nose better than the taste on this.
I think I could agree with that.
Steve?
Hold on.
Try it with water.
I'm just gonna say overall strong flavors. I'm not really discerning amongst any certain group. I'm just gonna say strong flavors.
I agree with you, Patrick.
on the
I really, yeah, I agree. I can't.
And I'll tell you, on the palate, I think my thing with the palate is it doesn't seem balanced. Like it's almost fighting itself.
Imbalance.
Yeah, like it's almost fighting itself.
Yeah.
Like there's some things I like
like
in
that.
there,
I'm-
and then something that's just smashing up against it, kind of taking away from there.
This
Okay.
red hot cinnamon
I like that a lot,
is
actually.
kind of making sense to me because that's what it's really overcoming anything else that I can try to taste because it's kind of I'm getting that at the end. I am.
Cinnamon.
I'm getting it a lot. Like
Cinnamon.
I can kind of see
My-
that like a fireball in
my
your mouth.
tongue is definitely like lisping right now, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you guys are saying. There is almost a little bit of a fireball.
Like a fireball
Yeah.
candy.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that till he said it, but
Not a bad fireball.
no, maybe that's what the unbalance
I
is.
get it on the
That
nose,
could just be
too.
the alcohol
Do you?
burn.
You get it on the nose too, Steve?
I do.
Fuck no.
I know.
Yeah, it's kind of it's really overcoming.
Overpowering.
Yeah. Yeah.
An alcohol / imbalance
Oh,
of flavor.
Yeah.
I get it more with the water.
Not necessarily good.
Not bad.
No,
I don't hate this
Definitely
bourbon.
not bad. Definitely not
I
bad.
don't hate it. I don't hate any bourbons we taste. By the way, I usually love all of them. That's why we drink bourbon, right, guys?
Yeah, but I've hated a few.
Well, yeah, but I can't say I don't hate this. That's all I'm saying. Even though I'm really getting overpowered by cinnamon right now, even with the water. And in my opinion, like for me, I'm not a big cinnamon guy. I'm not. Like I really don't like cinnamon. I don't chew cinnamon gum. I don't.
I'm not sure we need your cinnamon history.
I did the chew on the last one, and it is the alcohol is, not to use the word we just used, it's overpowering.
Yeah.
The chew
present.
it just exploded on my tongue.
Alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I added water, I got a little bit more sweetness on the nose. I'm going for the taste now.
In fact, I don't recommend doing the Kentucky chew.
Man, no. Oh man, it just like it almost was like
Oh, hot tamale.
a cloud of cinnamon
To
just
be honest,
popped in my
I think
mouth.
114 is
after
too much for
chewing.
this bourbon. I think more of a
more subtle, I think, would have been better.
Yeah, because you could then the tongue wouldn't be so
I think a bond might have been perfect.
taken
for
over
this.
by the alcohol. Just keep up the flavor, lessen the alcohol.
There's like I said, there's some weird battle going on inside
There
that
is.
bottle.
There is.
It's, I don't know, man. It's like
Some bourbons are not meant to be bottled at a higher proof, and this could be one of those.
Like-
Yeah, I got to tell you, now that I did the chew, I feel like because the alcohol comes overpowering.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be hard for me to finish the rest of the Glencairn now that I did the chew. It really overpowered it.
Did you put water in it yet?
Strong. I did
The
too.
water makes the cinnamon pop out
I'll tell you
even
what, the
more.
water doesn't help.
No,
No.
it makes
Did
it
not
even
help.
worse.
Yeah, it does.
And it just reminds me
Surprisingly.
of Big Red chewing gum. And I'm not a fan of Big Red chewing gum.
All right, so I'm going to need $14 out of each of you.
If you don't chew Big Red chewing gum, then fuck you.
I don't know. This is a
It's
weird
okay.
one for me.
I'll take the hook on this one. I still like
Steve,
having the bottle at my bar.
It's
I'd
not
It's a
bad.
cool bottle.
Steve,
Yeah.
I'd
Not bad.
still drink it,
And
though.
we're going to have it 2 or 3 times.
Could you imagine? Okay.
Tonight?
You never know.
Could you
Well,
imagine?
probably we might hit that corner after
Imagine
this.
this
Fair.
in an old fashioned though. If you're feeling cinnamony,
That's exactly right, Tommy. This
Combine
could
that
this
with
could
an-
make a fantastic old fashioned.
combine that with an orange peel
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
I like it. It has its
Once again, you
Chances.
you leap above your IQ by.
What was that point about?
It's like he has these moments of just clarity.
What,
and
me pointing at him?
genius.
You were pointing at me.
Oh well, no, because I was going to say he's actually because I agree with Steve that I
Oh,
think you're
okay.
exceptionally correct on this probably making a good old fashioned because I think that little bit of sugar that you add to this
Yeah.
is going to do this a lot of fucking justice.
Yes. Yeah.
I really do. I actually
Yeah.
think this might make a fucking fantastic old fashioned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was Tommy's call, and again, smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
Am I?
Which is weird because of all the rest of the stuff that he said.
Oh man, yeah. I'm not doing good tonight.
Wait till we get to the next bottle.
You're the perfect dichotomy. Smart, really smart.
If I released like a full LP rap album, I would call it the full dichotomy of Tommy Two Phones. Totally would.
And it really
Steve,
goes-
thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, sir.
Hey,
I appreciate that.
You're
I love
actually
it.
going to owe
Like,
him copyright notes.
I'm not fully confident in speaking my opinions on these tastings sometimes.
Yeah, well,
So I'm really not. Like I don't know if like I know what I say is like dumb as fuck,
no.
but
It's not dumb. It's your opinion.
Yeah, and you're overthinking it. Like Norman, you're always great on here. Today you're just firing on all cylinders.
well, I drink all day.
All
I drink all day. I don't know what to tell you guys.
You're
I knew
al-
this was gonna happen.
You're always
But
good on here.
Steve, I appreciate the kudos
You're welcome.
each time. Like it,
It's my pleasure.
it keeps me like focused.
Good.
I'm gonna let you guys start pouring the other one and get into it a little bit, and you're gonna slide one over for me on the
Where are you
imaginary abacus.
Abacus.
Are we gonna pick between these two right now before the abacus, or what are we doing?
No, because we haven't had
we
the
haven't had the
second one
one
yet.
Oh, we
See,
haven't.
That's
Oh, we haven't.
That's
Okay.
the dichotomy right there.
Oh no, I thought we were on this. That's why. So
Devils.
this is Devil's Anus.
Anus.
Okay, all right.
Devil's Ants. Thank you, Olivia.
Yes. Devil's ants. This is the I've looked forward mostly to this one.
I was most excited. For
I
this.
agree. Now, this is the epitome of a big boy bourbon.
Yeah, one.
In my opinion, when you get 120 and above, you're playing in
heavy pour, then I guess.
you're playing in the devil's playground.
That's a very good analogy. Right there,
Thank you.
Steve.
Great
Thank you.
smell.
I loved it.
Great nose.
So I've been anxious to give the background on this bourbon. So this bourbon, Old Hatfield family, is from the famous Hatfield-McCoy feud that happened
Starring Kevin Costner or something on TBS or something.
couple centuries ago. This is truly the recipe from this family. It is 5th generation. made still by the Hatfield family. I'm assuming they probably have some sort of little distillery on their property somewhere. But to me, that's such a cool story.
So yeah, again, because I'm not familiar with where the Hatfields are located. Where's this made?
You want to-
Spencer, West Virginia.
Thank you,
Thank
Pat.
you, Patrick.
I thought he said Spencer's. I was like,
Not quite close.
It does look like a very cheaply made bottle, like label wise. Like I could have printed this off of my own computer, but I kind of like that because it just looks like really old school.
yeah.
I can't taste it yet because
Oh,
I
my.
Yeah,
I taste too
it's
much
a good
cinnamon from
smell.
the last drink. I can't do it yet.
What's
I'm
the
waiting.
MSRP on this, Steve?
It is 60.
Okay.
So yeah, no.
Now,
About normal.
online it's showing 39. I paid 60 for it today.
Which we know Tri-State sometimes is a decent bit
All right, so
above
we're
MSRP,
talking
especially
50,
if it's
55
rare, which
then.
Right.
that's the only place I've ever seen this. So I will say Tommy is correct on the label looks like a cheaply made label. I thought about it. I don't know why it struck me as I was pissing, but I actually have had this one time briefly not out of a Glencairn.
Okay.
And I think you've heard me talk about it multiple times. Whenever I try something at Garden Grill for the first time, I never like to judge a bourbon by that because it's not in a Glencairn. And for some reason, I feel like their glasses don't do any bourbon justice.
So they have it there.
They do.
Okay.
They got it at the same place.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I know. The nose is, whoa.
It's deep.
is it? It's very deep.
It's deep.
I feel like there's cookies.
There's something.
I had to get rid of the cinnamon from the last
Like-
drink. I can't do it yet.
I don't know why. That's what's popping in my head is cookies.
It's like motor oil. I mean, you're getting something.
got,
you're getting something real here.
Yeah.
If I take a breath too
I'm
deep,
I'm
it gets a
actually
little
scared
boozy.
to taste it. I just want to keep smelling it.
It's nice on the nose. It's kind of velvety.
Yeah. Oh, it's satin maybe.
I smell the velvet.
I smell the velvet.
He smells velvet and he smells darkness.
They call me Smellvit the Dark. I know I'm winning when I can get a fucking snort out of somebody, motherfucker. That's why I know. I know I'm a funny motherfucker because you know what? I make people snort.
Snorting.
I've made people pee their pants.
Usually don't say that. I don't care.
Oh, God.
I love the smell, but I can't pinpoint it. But I love it.
I'm trying to pinpoint it myself.
That is
So
Big
obviously
taste,
you
big
get alcohol in the smell. My God, it's 125 proof. But once you get past that,
there's some depth there.
yeah, there is some crazy smells.
I immediately transitioned through 3 different flavors.
Really?
But one of them is alcohol.
I get lemon on the taste with alcohol.
It's strong. ASMR, AR, MSN, MSNBC.
Oh my,
Strong. But I'll tell you what, full body.
full of flavor.
Yeah.
I mean,
Full body.
Full
the,
body.
The mouthful is.
absolutely full body.
The best way I could describe it is by reading that last
Satisfying tail.
Yeah. There's a satisfying tail rolling through my mouth right now.
I knew he was going there
Yeah,
right away.
like
I knew it.
You knew it
satisfying
well
tail.
before he ever saw it.
I mean,
I saw it. And I was
as soon
like,
as Tommy
how long is
sees
it gonna
that-
take him
what
to
better way to describe the devil's anus other than saying it's a satisfying tail? I mean, if you went to hell and back and tasted the devil's anus, then that's one hell.
Let
of
me
a
tell you
tail.
something, brother. You got some stories to
Yeah,
tell.
you got some stories, man. You got some stories. Yeah, is that William Shakespeare over there? Oh, I can't even see him.
Billy
That's Shakespeare.
Is he in hell? Why would he be in hell?
Probably.
Dude,
Maybe, but
during the time. Ooh,
Yeah.
very
I gotta tell you.
extremely rich in flavor.
very rich in that
It's like-
aftertaste.
It's
I
like
haven't.
it's like a dessert at like a really nice restaurant.
I love the nose. I really do. I just keep going back to
Yeah,
that nose.
I smelled it like 5 times.
I'm not gonna lie. The more I go back to it, I almost think of like a Hershey Kiss on the nose.
So I'm getting a decent amount of spice. This is flavor, of course. And I get, and I don't know if I'm crazy here, but I'm getting a nuttiness on the very back end.
Yeah?
Is anyone else getting that?
I
can't quite get specific on what nut it might
Yeah.
be.
I get that.
I can't get it yet because I'm still dealing with the jump in proof. Like I'm only tasting alcohol right now, so I
The
need a
proof is
minute.
high. He's
Yeah.
absolutely right. The
Yeah.
proof's high.
Yeah, the
I'm
proof's
still
high,
adjusting to it, but I kind of see where you're going.
I'm getting some flavors in there, and for some reason, the more I keep going back to it, I'm getting chocolate. I'm not sure
Really?
why.
It's like taking a bite of
Like,
steak.
seriously,
I'll be
like-
honest.
Yeah, it's thick.
I mean, it is.
is
It's
thick.
full,
Go
full
back
body.
up.
This must be
Jacob.
what like Eve tasted when she ate the apple. Like she was probably getting some crazy tastes.
Smoke. That's
I do want to read this because is there?
I get the smoke for sure,
Yeah, it's definitely.
and
got
I
some
think
smoke
that's
notes.
part of what I'm getting when I say the nuttiness. It's kind of a little bit of a smokiness too.
Yeah.
For 125 proof, even though you definitely feel and taste the alcohol, it's smooth and full of flavor.
I think it's
Like 125 proof should have more bite than this.
Absolutely, it is definitely smooth. It's
Yeah.
thick, like he said too. Like it's like a hearty bourbon.
Is it?
It's like a steak. Seriously.
Yeah.
think
Is it
it's- I
thick?
think it's
Spelled
the
THICC?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
one more C.
Yeah.
All right.
THICCC.
It's a 3C thick.
It's a 3C.
Triple C thick. Triple C thick.
Shout out Thick Boy Bike Club, Brendan Schaub. Yeah,
I
dude,
think
I'm
it's
not
the
kidding. Every time I fucking go back to it, I'm getting chocolate on the goddamn nose. I really
think
am.
I
all
can't-
this
I
can
can't
see
get there
chocolate.
yet.
all this talk earlier was I think it's the charred
can't-
oak barrel.
I can't not get
I think that's what it is. I think the charred oak barrel is making this.
Now listen, this is a
Now
number,
all
this is the number
oak barrels
5.
are charred.
Every bourbon, it
Uh,
has to be a charred oak barrel for it to
Okay.
be
Yes,
bourbon.
but this is
And-
number 5.
Well, that word charred.
Typically they do number
That
3.
word charred
Right.
just kind
Number
of sticks out to me.
That's the
That's a really good point to bring out, Pat. And this is why we have you on.
I know yours is on ice.
You bring brains to the podcast. It's a level 5 char, and that is very unique.
it is.
Okay.
Most bourbons are usually 2 or 3.
Thank you, Patrick, because I think that's what I was trying. That's
This
what
might be,
something's-
matter of fact, it might be the only bourbon I've had that's a level 5
I don't
char.
even. Yeah, I've never heard of a level 5 char.
Level 5 char is ridiculous. That's the amount of time they char the barrel before they.
Okay.
It's almost burnt to a crisp at
Yeah.
that point.
See, that's what like something about that.
A
Like
level
there's
3, I believe, is
there's
like 90
there's a
seconds.
lot of char in this, but it's
It's not bad.
No, it's
good.
not bad at all.
It's
It's bringing out a
Yeah.
lot of different tastes
really
and
good.
adding a lot of like that
complexity. It's really good.
complex smokiness to it. Like,
like
could
it.
you imagine smoking this bourbon? I'd say fuck
Jacob, could you look up what the length of time is on a level 5 char? I'm going to guess 3 minutes, but I don't know that for
you.
sure.
Yeah,
It's a long time.
Yeah.
this bourbon
Because
just
like it's like pure fire. It's not like they're placing it over a campfire. It's
Right.
like
They're sticking it over in a totally open flame.
like
This
an,
just-
an industrial sort of setting.
this just tastes cooked to me. You know what I mean? Like compared to the
It's
other
good.
ones, it's cooked.
Uh-huh.
To me, I don't know, like charred. Like it just, it's what's popping out.
It's
Like
a
it's
level-
something.
level 5 char.
Yeah, stage 5, man. Yeah. Like if this was the movie Twister, like that's the worst
That's
tornado.
it. It's yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what they call an EF5 tornado? The finger of God.
The finger of God. Well, guess what? This is the devil's anus meeting the finger of God.
Oh God.
That's quite the introduction.
I think we're all burning in hell.
Could you imagine the finger of God?
Wow. No.
Mother of Lord.
No.
Okay. Number 4
Thanks, Dave.
chars 55.
Thanst for stopping me, Dave. I
So
appreciate
number
that.
5 must be what? A minute and 15? A minute and 10?
Yeah.
I got to tell you,
Number 1 is 15 seconds. Number 4 is 55. So that's
Number 7 is 3.5.
okay. So we're probably at number 7. Jeez, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I didn't even know. I thought 5 was the. I had no idea there was a
So
6 and 7.
Number 5 is probably 110 to 120. I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
I have to say, first off,
3 being more common, just like you were saying. It's
Three's more
three's-
common.
Yeah, 3's typically
three is like the typical general norm.
Okay.
I let them smell this, and she pointed out butterscotch, and I got to be honest. After she did that, I think butterscotch might have been what I was more butterscotch than chocolate. Actually,
That makes
kind of
sense.
look. It kind of looks like your hat.
oh,
A little bit.
Oh.
There you go.
I think now after she said it, and I kept smelling, I was like, you know what? I think she's right. I think what I'm thinking of is chocolate might be butterscotch.
Yeah, because when you brought up chocolate a couple times, and I'm not going to disagree because everybody's palate's different. I just wasn't getting it. I wasn't getting the chocolate.
Yeah.
I smell a sweet chocolate with the water. A sweet chocolate.
I still haven't even put water in this. I like this more than I expected.
This is actually really good.
Yeah, I like it a lot more than I expect to, especially after remembering what my first example of it was. I still haven't even had water to it because I'm so fascinated.
I haven't
with
either.
Dissecting it.
I am too.
I might do like a second tasting on this.
I feel like this one might have been the one that made this podcast for me.
I agree with that.
I'm not saying it's gonna get number one per se, but this still might be the one that made the podcast for me.
It might not be the most. Well, it's not. It's let's and of course this is only my opinion. I'm not expecting you guys all to agree with me. It's not the most drinkable of all 6 that we've had. Okay?
Agreed.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Not in this setting like
No.
this.
This is
Yeah.
definitely a lighter sipper. Honestly, I think this might be fucking spectacular on the cube.
I'd put this up
could be.
against
You're
some
right.
of the other big boys, maybe.
Yeah. Well, we will have at some point. We're gonna do, and we've already done it once, but we're gonna do it again as we get more and more big boy bourbons. We're gonna do an all big boy bourbon.
Oh yeah,
Well, put
And
this-
the last one we did, we started at 100 proof, Pat,
yeah.
and we worked our way up to 130.
Oh, man.
Whatever that higher stag is over there.
yeah,
130.
that was
130.
Two.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, and there's a big boy bourbon we still haven't done on the podcast. I'd really be excited to because it might have been the first like truly big boy bourbon I did. Is that Elijah Craig Barrel Proof?
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's excellent.
Yeah,
but-
okay.
I'm a fan of this.
I'll be honest. The water did
Same,
not help
Dave.
this. The water brought down the mouth feel.
I
I
think
think it made it more liquidy.
brought down the complexity.
Yeah.
It
No.
took away from it.
You need drink this straight.
Yeah, I think you might
I
be right.
agree with that.
I do want you.
I enjoyed it better without the water.
I
That's
did
all I'm
too.
saying. Go ahead, Dave.
I want you to pull that Willet behind you and put it next to that Woodford.
Willett. His name is Danny Willett.
Have you had either of those? Granted, this is a store pick. That's not the regular rye.
I haven't.
I don't know. I might have.
And,
definitely
and,
not
and
this
you
one.
won't.
We're just showing them to you.
Uh-oh.
Now hand them to me and Steve.
I feel like Bobby Boucher right now.
No, just fuck around. But just because you know what, I feel like we haven't
I
had a,
raise you up, I take you down.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Manny did the rye
He did,
tasting
yeah.
with us.
Tell me about that.
I just want other people to explore the noses of those two when we're done here. But that's why they're there.
Okay.
But
I wondered what the fuck you were doing.
Yeah,
Not to use the F word, sorry. First time tonight?
the nose of this made me think of it because I really enjoy this nose. It's not insane. I'm very surprised by this. I'm very surprised.
Thoroughly enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
Steve,
Yes.
4 homers.
In the game,
Yeah. What do you at? What do you have?
I gotta look it up.
got a little gambling.
We don't speak of each other's vices on air.
We just show them to people.
You guys just talked about me like fucking.
No, you've been talking about the stuff that you do.
Okay. By the way, anything I've said tonight, I've done nothing remotely close to that. Okay.
Everything is jokes with Tommy Two Phones.
Yes, it's all jokes. ladies and
I'm a
gentlemen.
little concerned, though, that you're sitting there in that chair in a jock strap.
That is weird. Honestly, you owe me a chair.
Guys, you gotta let him breathe. You know what I'm saying?
I got Cody Bellinger hitting a home run.
Dude, MVP of the postseason, by the way.
and Austin Meadows.
So only 2?
No, that's who he has.
Oh.
Is it 4-0?
3-2.
3-2.
Oh,
I thought you said 4 home. Oh, total game, not one team.
hello.
Who the fuck is Austin Meadows?
Damn, Ariza Reina, or whatever however you say his name. He had another one. My God, and he's on fire too.
I don't even know.
So,
Austin Meadows, he was drafted by Pirates, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
of course
so,
he was. Gotta get rid of him.
Yeah, you're
Austin
right.
Meadows and Tyler Glasnow,
Yeah.
both Rays.
So they said Austin Meadows, the Pirates organization, they pulled Austin Meadows in the office. They're like, listen, man, you're actually too good for this organization. So we're going to trade you off for...
We're going to give you a chance to succeed.
Yeah, we're going to trade you off for 4 vending machines and 8 bags of peanuts. All right? And we wish you all the best.
Boy, I could go for some peanuts.
You're going to be a superstar, and we'll see you later.
Yeah.
In the shell peanuts.
Oh, yeah.
Stop them on the ground. The
So,
shells.
just a little shout out to Valley Wine Cellar. I had mentioned prior to us getting on the podcast that I had stopped there earlier today for a couple beverages, non-alcoholic, of course. And they've got these old style beer nuts
Ooh.
up at the wine bar where you cash out. And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't had beer nuts. And I couldn't tell you how long. I'm
I
like,
couldn't even
yeah, I'm having, I'll take one of those. So good. So go out to Valley Wine Cellar, get a beer, get a glass of wine, and get yourself some beer nuts.
You know, I haven't...
Here.
I used
Here,
to do...
here.
That's
I
my
love
plug.
it. I love it.
That's my plug.
That's a great plug.
It's a great
Get
plug.
yourself some beer nuts. Like, I don't know.
It's a great plug, and I have recently... I used to go there at least 2 times a week, and I haven't been able to make it as often. And I also used to do advertisements on the audio versions of the podcast.
Yes. Heard them.
Yeah,
Very well done.
I haven't done them in a while, but I used to do them just to support my friends' businesses and stuff like
Right.
that. And it's not that I fell out of love with the place. It's just that I'm more in a rush to edit and get them up. I just feel more time constraint.
Yeah, sure.
And please, everybody, go check them out because
That's
it's some of my favorite times over there. I'm not gonna lie.
that's
So
my
their-
number one place to go to.
Their
in the
beer
area.
selection right now is off the charts.
Oh, yeah.
I was just checking everything out today. Of course, they're beefing things up for the holiday season.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
It
think
is
about that.
it is ridiculous
Hey,
what they have available.
When I want a good selection in craft beers, I go there.
Oh,
I've
that's where I buy craft
I've,
beer.
I've been going to Valley Wine since 2011 for craft beer. Like it's my go-to place.
Jake, can you
And
actually text
know.
one of your parents
I
and
just-
see if they're going to be open? Well, not open, but if they're hanging out.
I just wouldn't change it
And
up. I fucking love.
Here's
Valley
the best thing about it.
They didn't work.
It smells like the river.
Oh, so
Wine.
they're
It
probably
does
not
smell
even
like
on
the
it.
river.
You might go over.
Yes.
I'll text
Okay.
I'm gonna need an abacus change.
It smells.
For me.
Oh,
Smells like the
Before
abacus.
I know
Tastes
normally
like-
I normally I mean I have I
It's pretty unusual.
It is unusual. I had my calf surgically removed, and it has a bag in it so that I can pee in it, but it's full.
It's
So-
full, so you got to empty it.
Yeah.
This isn't really a pee. This is an empty.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You just don't want it to trickle down the leg.
Like I'm looking at Tommy's eyes. He's like, "Oh my god, what the
Emptying of your.
Good
like,
luck,
is he
man.
is he serious?"
Good luck with that.
When you get back, we will do our judging on these 2 bourbons. Hand me that 114.
Oh, you're tasting that again?
No,
Oh, okay.
absolutely not.
Should we drink something while he's gone?
Absolutely
While he's
not.
emptying his
Oh,
bag?
boy.
Or?
Why is emptying his bag? Yeah, sip on. There you go.
Okay.
I'm actually excited for both of you to smell these. The smell is really what entices me about you guys doing this, but especially you, Patrick, because you are a neat aficionado. You prefer everything neat. You hardly ever use ice.
I don't ever use ice.
So the only time you did was on our podcast.
And really for this too, which I
That's what I mean, on our podcast for those.
That's
Yes.
nothing.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. Normally you're just nothing but neat.
Neat.
And that's the reason I'm more excited for you to smell than Tommy, just because you're so used to that. But I am excited for Tommy as well, because that rye tasting we did, man, the nose is what killed me. Jacob, do you remember how much we were raving about the nose of those on the rye tasting?
Yeah.
We were freaking out. It's crazy.
Since that podcast, I've bought Pikesville. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, really, 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 really good.
And what's crazy is I think me and Steve went into that tasting thinking Pikesville was going to be our number one. I think it ended up being a couple down the ladder,
Yeah.
but still high up there. It's still one of my favorite ryes. It's
It's probably
phenomenal.
the most attainable, really.
Yeah, not in this area, but definitely still most attainable. Where did
Yeah.
you get yours?
Robinson,
Oh, okay, nice.
Wine and Spirits.
Yeah, that's a place to get Widow Jane too. I feel like
Yeah.
I haven't drank enough Widow Jane lately.
That I always see like the
As I caress this microphone like this.
It's funny you bring that up because I've been kind of secretly on the lookout for Widow Jane, and for some reason, it seems like other than Robinson, they usually always have it there.
They get it fairly often, but it sells quick.
you
Yes.
can't find it.
It
Can't
sells
find
quick.
it.
It seems like it's been hard to find in the last
I don't
couple
know
months.
who else.
It's
sells
probably
it
because of
other
this
than
podcast.
Robinson. Probably so.
Yeah, because I mean,
You never know, man.
We waxed poetic for quite a while on the Widow Jane when we did two different batches of Widow Jane, and I mean, we were like giddy, rolling around, shirts off,
Yeah.
tickling tummies.
Tickling tummies. Look at that belly button.
Red Rover.
Quite the Widow Jane
Send your
experience.
tummy over for some tickling.
I got to tell you, the Widow Jane, I don't know why, I nursed the shit out of it, and I have probably a bottle and 3/4 or a half. I have a decent bit of it, and I nurse the shit out of it because I'm so afraid of not getting it.
Right.
Because it's really fucking good.
I did not do the same.
I see it up there.
You went right through it.
Well,
and I
part-
got another full bottle over here on
Part
the
of the
table.
problem is that
It's on the table down there.
Okay.
Pam loves it. So any bourbon she loves, we're gonna go through it pretty quick.
That's why I love Pam.
And that's just the way it is.
That's just how it goes.
And that's just the way it is.
Yes.
Hey, you
Bruce
Things
Hornsby.
will never be the
Hey,
same.
you remember how Pam, when she last time she was here, she bought the 12-pack of Diet Coke, and she said, "Now you just make sure there's one left for me the next time I come."
Nice.
Diet Coke.
I thought she was coming. Is she coming?
She is coming after her shift.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah.
Jacob, any
Well,
word
we got
on?
we got the one Diet Coke. Let's go.
Mom and dad were going to bed.
Okay,
They didn't even go into the store.
okay, fair enough. All right, so let's get to our rankings. Tommy, I believe it is your turn to go. It's your turn to go first this time.
He's torn.
It's my torn, and I'm definitely torn. But I did already rank mine.
Just those
I
two.
hope so.
Just the two. Okay.
We
well,
have one more to try after that, actually.
and we're counting that last one in the final rankings.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me cross these out then. I'm
This
going.
guy.
I'm
Doobie doobie
do
doo.
it, doobie do. I choose the devil's anus over your grandpa.
Frank
Devil's anus.
Sinatra in the building,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Old blue eyes. Bat. Okay. I'm going with the devil's Anses over the old granddad. The old granddad was. I'm sorry. I mean, it was good. I'd definitely drink it again. Nothing wrong with it, but the cinnamon was like that. Whatever that was, whatever we were tasting was too much for me. And the devil's anus, I could go back into that time and time again, like full force.
In but not out.
Yeah, in but not out. I had a lot of caramel with the water and the devil's anus, and I don't know. I just these guys. I can't even finish my sentence because
No.
these guys are laughing at me.
I feel like we really got off so far off here. I'm not sure
I enjoy
if we can get back.
I haven't been around a lot of people lately, so for the chance to be around the Devil's Anus was a good time for me. And Devil's Anus might be the best way to describe this past year. We've all been in it.
What's crazy is I can't disagree. All right.
That's my pick. I enjoyed
So,
it.
okay,
thoroughly.
Patrick.
I loved it. I loved the Devil's Ansies. Ants?
Ants, yeah.
Okay.
Ants.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. Own Granddad, 114. Mouthy. Good full metal feel. And strong flavors.
Sorry, Mouthy. That bourbon talks a lot of shit.
I think, like you said, imbalance of flavors.
Yeah, there's something.
Fighting against each other.
Yeah.
Something going on there.
It's like I want to like it a lot. And then all of a sudden something like punches me.
Yeah, it's like there's confliction there.
Yeah.
So there's that. Devil's Ants.
Thank you.
Good nose. Full body. Really full body. Plain steak. I have that down.
Wait, did you say plain steak?
Plain
Yeah.
steak. Like
medium rare, man.
I'm
Like
talk-
a steak with no seasoning.
I'm talking like a very extremely well cooked filet mignon, medium.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And this was
Simple, but that's what I'm talking about.
which drink was that?
This is the
Devil's Ants.
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
And I just have good after that.
Yeah.
So I must have liked it.
I loved it.
But that is what I chose for this this little duo. This little,
I like it, Pat.
that's it.
Yeah.
Is it
Very
me?
good, Pat.
Is it me or you?
You.
All right.
What?
So
Wait. No, I went first last time, didn't I? No.
You went second.
No, I went first last time. You go first.
okay. So
Suck it up.
suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
So
My
I have-
mother and your mother. I'm sorry.
my grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. No, so the 114. I actually, it's the only one I don't really have notes next to besides Angel Envy. The only reason for the Angel Envy is I know what it is. The 114, the old Granddad 114, just confused me because of the contradiction I was talking about. There's something battling in that bottle that I can't figure it out. I can't figure out if I like it, if I hate it. I can't lie. At this point, I'm leaning more towards the hate side. I'm interested to try it again, but nowhere near as interested to try. I'm more interested to try these two.
Yeah.
I agree.
There's just something weird about it. For Devil's Ants, I am saying butterscotch, but in parentheses I have chocolate because I wanted to keep trying it to see if maybe that chocolate was something. But I do think she was correct in throwing butterscotch out there. After that, I could really
Like
smell
her
a lot
hat?
of butterscotch. Yeah, like her hat. That's a butterscotch hat.
Your words, not mine. Your words.
So then the other thing I have on here is thick with 3 C's.
3 C's. Love it. THI. CCC.
I agree. It's like steak. It's like a meal. I actually had meal written on here too.
Meat and potatoes.
I really enjoyed it, and to me, it was the
Side of coleslaw.
Steve, as you like to throw it out there from time to time. It's the shocker for me.
Which one? Which one did? What was the shocker?
The Devil's Ants.
Okay.
It's the shocker for me.
Yes.
Again, I'm not saying necessarily it's going to be my number one, but to me, it was the one that made me very happy with this tasting because I found something new. I really enjoy it. I'm excited to keep tasting it as long as it lasts more than a month at Steve's.
Right, because it's not staying here. Just so we have that clear.
What does ants mean?
I don't think did we figure that out? No.
The gentleman's name. So the Hatfield generation.
Oh, that's right. It did say
His
that.
name was Devil Anse Hatfield.
It was his name.
His name.
Wow.
I know.
They hated that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm starting to think that the Hatfields maybe made a deal with
Jacob,
the
how
devil.
about
I just love how we
Ants
started this
Hatfield?
tasting with Angel's Envy and we ended it
Try
with
searching
Hold on,
the-
what is
Devil's
this?
How
Ants.
about that?
Yeah.
And we didn't even. And that was on purpose. It wasn't on purpose.
It wasn't on.
There you
It
go.
was not
There you
planned.
go.
Yeah,
we went
there it
from
is.
That's
Angel's
kinda
Envy
cool.
to Devil's Anus. Like that's just
That is really.
So it's actually named after, where did it go? Shit. William Anderson Hatfield.
better known as Devil.
Anse.
Anse.
Yeah. Was the patriarch of the Hatfield clan during the famous Hatfield McCoy field. Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God.
since formed.
Hey,
part
does he
of
does
American
does he do a
folklore.
podcast? No, I don't
No,
think he
no,
does.
probably not.
Ants
Definitely not
survived the
3.
feud and agreed to end it in 1891.
It's too many in a row. It's too many.
I gotta say this battle wasn't even close for me. To me, the Devil's Ants just took over this almost as soon as I smelled it. And then after the taste, it was definitely a done deal.
Okay, I'll be quick. I agree with all of my compadres. I put Hatfields above Old Granddad. Slightly disappointing for me. I had very high expectations for the Granddad. I love the Bonded 100 proof. And I will say this right now. The Old Granddad 100 proof or Bonded 100 proof
The bonded.
is, in my opinion, better than this 114.
That's exactly why I pointed at you. That's what I was going to say. I would actually, as of right now, I would prefer the Old Granddad bonded.
And I'm just going to elaborate slightly on what you were saying about the 114. It's almost like they just bottled it because they needed something as a higher end thing to compete because everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing
It
it.
seemed rushed.
Right. And so it's confusing, and that's the perfect term you use, Dave.
I'm
Imbalanced,
confused
confusing,
by it.
Yeah.
Right.
Which doesn't necessarily mean bad,
Right.
but
Yeah, it could end up being good.
intriguing. You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would try it again.
I would, and who's to say? So this is batch number 1. Who's to say batch number 2 might be
Could be a hell of a lot better.
right?
They might perfect,
I hope
not
so.
perfect, but
I hope
maybe
so.
Get close to it.
And my lovely wife just walked in the door, so I'm super excited about that.
Who isn't?
So she'll be able to try some of these, and I know she wants to try the Old Scout. Which, Pam, I'm going to tell you right now, Dave and I both ended up putting the Old Scout above the Contradiction.
I think Tommy did too, right?
I did not.
Pat did not.
Did not. No.
It was razor thin. I mean, we're talking like a,
Yeah,
a pubic hair.
Like 1 and
I-
2?
I would have to try this again to make another pubic,
not-
pubic hair decision.
Not 1 and 2. So far, we've only done the comparison.
Just like a little,
Little nip.
a smidge.
A dollop.
A dollop. Very nice. Very nice.
That's a,
Oh, come
no,
on.
no, no, that's
You let me do it. All right, so
Hey, Jacob, what's our time?
Hour and a half.
2 hours.
oh,
Shit.
Okay.
That
Man,
last hour, man, it just
flew by. We were like halfway through it.
at 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I got to start telling stories about rubbing steering
So
wheels.
Well,
are we doing
and this
these?
guy.
What'd I do?
Not on the tasting.
No, the
But
other.
I mean, not on the podcast.
yeah,
all
we
right.
might end up. No, we'll probably close out before that, and then we'll do them.
We'll close out. We can just
Him,
record.
the
we might as well
bloody
just-
butcher.
we can record for fun. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I recorded, it's staying on.
Well, I mean, we'll end this and we'll record for
Spilled
that
everywhere.
later.
Jacob, can you hand me some paper towels, please? I'm sorry, brother.
Oh yeah, Old Scout.
I still don't think this is. I don't think this is like too long, in my opinion.
Okay.
He just wants to keep going.
I can't see whites of your eyes. It looks like, I mean, you look like Apollo Creed.
Every time he goes to the bathroom.
I don't know what's going on
Drugs?
in that bathroom.
Dude, I think it's just me peeing makes my eyes red. That's all I can say.
Are you straining to pee?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to like push it out
Do
really
you have kidney
quick.
stones?
No, it doesn't hurt. I'm just trying to be fast. But also, like, I don't know, like my face gets red, so my eyes get red easily too. So yeah, I guess my eyes get red when I pee, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Guys,
Guys.
pour your bourbon.
I'm fine, okay? I'm fine. I'm not.
Guys.
Okay, so this bourbon is different.
Oh, that's what we're starting off with.
Yes. I want to.
She's different.
I want to preface this bourbon that
He's prefacing.
it's different.
I poured
I don't want to
mine.
take your minds that
It was
it's
a it was a
possibly
healthy
good or
pour.
bad.
The fuck was that?
Different.
Oh, what?
It's larceny on steroids.
Easy now, Tiger.
There we go.
This isn't a bad smell, but I smell shoe.
I had to get it in. Pat. I'm sorry.
No, I'm glad you did.
That's
I do. I smell.
That's
I was
topsoil.
waiting for it.
I smell something footy.
I don't get topsoil.
You get foot?
No, I don't
I
get.
smell. I smell. I smell racquetball or like tennis ball can.
You smell like a man sweat.
No, tennis
Dave
ball
can't
can.
do
I
it.
smell tennis
I don't
ball
know if I
can.
can drink
I think you
Tell you
smell
what.
man. All right.
Flavor's different.
That might.
Easy now,
Flavor's different.
You haven't seen my
going.
reaction to every smell.
Tiger.
Patrick, how's my reaction been to every smell?
Normally normal.
I mean, to this exact one.
Oh,
to
that
to this exact bourbon. How's my reaction
Oh,
been?
that's
bad.
that's
Oh,
Ooh, my
Now just
God.
stand by. Stand by.
all right.
Smell this.
Second taste. First taste
Now
is
listen.
never.
Before we taste it, let's try it twice before we give an
Right.
answer.
All right.
Okay?
I just
got it.
choked on my first tasting because I laughed.
like I said, it's
In my
different.
eye-
I tried it before I came here. It's different. It's from the corn was picked in Doylestown, PA.
Thank
Very
you.
close to where I used to live.
What are the tasting?
And it was distilled in Philadelphia.
Liberty, what? Liberty.
Liberty,
New Liberty.
New Liberty,
Bloody
Blo-
Butcher.
Bloody Tampon.
95 proof.
Oh no.
Aged 9 months in new charred American oak.
I don't know if I can drink it.
what are we
barrels.
calling this? Bloody
Bloody tampon, bloody butcher, whatever. you wanna call it.
Sunday, bloody Sunday.
All right, but here's another cool thing. So it's distilled. So it's bottled in Philly. I didn't know that.
I smell
It's bottled in Philadelphia,
It's something different.
which would make sense with the New Liberty. I want to see where they get their bourbon.
I taste suede.
It doesn't say.
It's suede. That's what
Oh.
I'm tasting. It's suede.
Not velvet.
Okay, so
Suede.
Fair.
yeah, just like Pat just said, they source their Bloody Butcher corn from Castle Valley Mill in Doylestown, PA. So that's just 25 miles outside of Philly.
Okay.
Okay, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. It's like
Dave.
it's halfway to Hershey. You know what I'm saying?
Please just try it.
Yeah, it is.
Telling you.
You're right. And we're not talking.
I'm telling you. 2 sips. Drink a sip.
Got.
You're gonna have to go. Nope.
I don't know what
I'm
to
not
say.
going.
Halfway to Hershey Highway. Is that what you were saying, Steve?
What the fuck is that?
The town. It's halfway between Hershey and Philly. That's all we're saying.
Okay, so
He doesn't know. He's in his
Well,
own world over there.
let me give you a extremely slight description. This bottle was bought at Wine and Spirits in Robinson. The MSRP is $49.99.
That's $50.
Unfortunately,
I
It's-
smell
it's
like
rough.
I.
It's rough.
This
All right.
is I remember dissecting animals in like junior high, and
Oh, it's
the
formaldehyde.
smell- yeah, I smell formaldehyde. I'm not against this yet because I'm still drinking it, so I'm not against
Dave,
this. But I'm saying
hold
it's
on
okay.
now.
It's okay if you are.
Yeah, I
It's
smell.
extremely
Yeah, I
light.
smell
you have the second
formaldehyde,
taste. The
and
second
I also
taste is
taste
way
suede.
better.
I feel like you
taste
guys are
suede.
fucking with me.
No.
I said that same
No.
The second taste is
telling
way
you.
better because
I'm telling
think
you,
about it.
It's different. It's
Think
very
about
so
it.
different, dude.
Really is
That's the
different.
best way.
We're
to
putting.
It's so different.
We're having this after
Dude.
5 really good bourbons.
I could have this after sucking on 5 different feet,
Ooh.
and it would
No,
be a problem.
no, you're
No.
wrong.
No.
I don't hate it. I'm not.
And
hating
I don't
it.
like.
Patrick,
I don't like
I'm not
to
hating
disagree
this.
with you, but you're wrong.
But
I don't like to disagree with you.
All right, listen. You have to look up here. It says drank for free at airport lounge. Didn't finish.
Well,
all heat and sweet corn, mellow
My
mouthfeel.
my
lasting
my
taste.
second
Lasting
You guys
taste
are
of
fucking
this.
liars.
No, my second taste of this was much better than
Peppermint.
the first.
It's the peppermint that's fucking with me. I know
Peppermint.
it.
What is the peppermint?
No, I'm just saying.
So you're gonna
I'm
take
upset.
you're gonna take some guy's fucking review, whose name Bluetooth
No.
TOOF.
I haven't looked at.
I have blood of.
Hey, yo,
I haven't looked at
talking
that screen.
Bluetooth.
Listen, I have not looked at that screen one time yet, except
Yeah,
for when you
but-
said Bluetooth.
I'm Bluetooth.
Then I
I'm
looked.
Tommy Bluetooth. That's me. That's my review.
It's
Oh my God!
I taste suede. I taste suede.
If you guys
and I
hate
smell
it, hate
formaldehyde.
it. I don't care.
no. Listen, sometimes he gets dramatic about things.
Am I? Am I
Sometimes-
being dramatic right now?
A little bit.
Patrick,
You're being a
it's-
little
I'm
dramatic.
Listen,
It's new.
regardless,
to
I'm
them. That's
very
what it
happy
is.
you brought it. I don't
I
care
am
about
too.
that. I'm very happy you
No,
brought
no,
it,
no,
man.
no.
I
That's
just
cool.
That's.
This is.
I will say it is the most different tasting bourbon I have
It
ever
is.
tasted
Yes.
in my
And-
life.
And when I say
Yes.
different, I don't necessarily mean it's good. Believe
Yeah.
me.
Oh, yeah. But it's the most unique
Different.
bourbon I have
It
ever
takes
tasted.
Most unique.
You have to drink like 2 or 3 sips before you can get the real
Yeah.
flavor.
So I'm
Yeah.
on the third sip, and I'm telling you, it's not bad.
It's not. I'm not hating it. I'm just
No,
saying. I
it's not
taste
bad.
hard to
suede.
discern.
I feel like you guys are fucking with me.
No,
No.
I remember
It's not bad,
I
Dave.
remember dissecting like an owl pellet back in the 7th grade.
They're fucking with
And
me,
within
right?
that owl pellet was like a mouse skeleton, and that's what I smell and that's what I taste. I'm not hating it though.
No,
I'm not
I am
hating
not
it.
hating it.
I'm
I am
hating
not.
it. I'm just saying
No.
that's what it reminds me.
I
of.
feel like you're just not giving it.
It is so
a
different.
chance.
I am
from
fucking
everything else we
confused
tasted.
by what's happening right now. I don't understand.
Jacob,
Suede.
All right.
Suede all
3
day.
tries
I feel like
before you
for
give
the
an-
purposes of
before you give an
keeping the
announcement.
podcast succinct, let's move on to our rankings.
No,
And-
hold
and-
on. You guys told me I got to drink this 12 times.
And you can drink
Not
it during
12.
the rankings.
5
And
or
we'll leave
6.
that. We're going to leave this out of the rankings.
Jacob, I want you to,
We're going to go 6.
when you taste
Patrick,
that, I
this
want
is-
you in the microphone
yeah,
for
6.
this.
You agree,
Patrick,
Tommy?
this is yeah, I do.
All right.
This is a very interesting tasting.
Very
though.
hard to figure
So-
out.
Yeah, I'm just perplexed. I'm just perplexed. I am.
I'm perplexed why you guys are fucking with me.
I'm
Hey,
not fucking
so
with
we're
you.
going to leave it, Dave. We're going to leave this out of the rankings. It's probably a good idea. And and I think we're going to get going on it. So we can keep this all snug and tug at 2 hours.
Jacob, are they fucking with me?
We're going to keep it snug and
Hold
tug
on,
at 2
hold on.
hours.
Jacob, I'm telling you, 3 tries. 3 tries.
I smell what
the
my
first time
grandpa
I just got
smelled like when he
alcohol.
killed a rabbit.
Okay. Fair. Fair.
Second time it was a little more smooth, and I got a lot of vanilla.
Vanilla?
I got the
yeah.
vanilla too.
I think it's good. I like it.
I
You
love
like
it.
it.
I love it.
Yeah.
No,
I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
No.
Okay.
You guys all talked beforehand to fuck with me.
No. We absolutely did not. Excuse me. Steve has never seen this.
I
bottle.
don't care if
think
they
Never
have-
anyone's
saw
ever
it.
seen this
I
bottle.
Never saw
But
it.
he rode here with you, and you have his number.
No.
I don't
no,
care
I
if
don't.
they have.
This
I'm
tastes like
enjoying
rotten
it.
spinach.
First of all, Jacob and I do not speak
No.
Ever.
other way. Yeah, but I told.
Hold on. Where did you go to school?
Central.
Where did you go to school? How old are you?
Okay.
23.
How old are you?
30.
Fuck both of you.
That's 6 years.
Fuck
man. They
both
were
of you.
there.
You guys are
Hey,
fucking with me.
I went to Central too, pre 9/11.
Yeah. No. But
Fuck it.
these two never talk. You guys are fucking with me.
To be
No.
very honest, we really have never.
Dave,
Yeah.
Dave, I don't even care if they are doing if they are offering this as like
Dave,
to fuck
this is
with you.
not a
I don't care.
sabotage.
I'm enjoying it.
I feel like you
taste
guys
some-
are playing a prank
I
on
taste
me.
some crazy shit, but I really do. I taste some crazy shit. I smell some
I
crazy
think you're
shit.
overwhelmed
but
by the flavors. You don't know how to express yourself right
I'm
now.
enjoying
Oh, I know how to express myself.
I'm enjoying it.
This is. I'm saying it. This is the worst bourbon I have ever had.
No,
Okay.
it's got.
You
that-
are
what's
off
that-
the
it's
deep end.
amazing.
I'm gonna be
What's
honest with
what's
you.
that stuff in Jaeger that makes it smell so strong?
Black
Is it
licorice.
Licorice?
Anise.
Anise,
Well,
yeah.
anise.
That I'm smelling anise in this. I'm
Oh, now
smelling
he
anise.
wants to say things correctly.
Yeah, now I do. Now
Hold-
I do.
Hold the fucking phone.
This is
guys-
fucking
you guys are
Tommy
not fucking with
Meister.
me.
This is
not-
Tommy Meister mixed with
This is-
your fucking anise,
Hold on,
motherfucker.
hold on. This is not widely agreeable. The worst bourbon any of us have ever had.
No,
No.
no.
No, you are off the mark
Larceny
on this
was
one.
the worst
Listen,
fucking bourbon I've
Dave.
ever fucking had.
Dave.
I know that.
Statesman's worse than this.
Statesman's
Dave.
terrible.
I'll drink a
Yeah.
bottle
I will
of
never
Statesman
drink
right now.
No way.
Statesman ever
Dave,
again.
listen.
Yes.
You know.
I hate Statesman.
Dave, listen.
Thank
you
you,
know.
Patrick.
I respect you, and we respect each other. But I'm telling you, you are off on this one.
I am seriously so confused.
You are off on this one.
This might be worse than Old Toe.
I just love it because I love when I taste different. I love the difference.
It doesn't mean I
Hey,
go
Tommy,
into the
you're
dumpster and
just
start
saying,
eating
You're
trash.
just saying words now. I feel like you're just saying words.
Well, no. I love.
So you guys are legitimately being serious.
I am. I am. I'm
It's
not.
good. You're saying you like it a lot.
It's.
Dave, I feel like maybe
I might need to quit doing bourbon tastings.
did you
No.
No.
Retired.
Here's the thing. We all have different palates, right? We always say this, right?
Listen.
And not only do we all have
Thank
different
you.
Is this it?
Oh, so now Olivia's going to be your go-to for your bourbon tasting?
She might end up being the third regular. It might be me, you, and her now.
Okay, so Dave,
Leather.
Dave, this is why I brought this tonight.
Leather.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I brought this because when I first tried this,
Alongside
I
some
hated it.
leather.
I thought it was disgusting. I thought it was terrible.
Yeah.
But then I thought, give it a chance.
Really good.
So I drank a whole glass, whatever that is.
It tastes
And
like
as I went on,
more
it got
Scotch
better.
Okay.
than bourbon.
So I thought, bring this tonight.
Yeah.
It would be a controversial piece, and obviously, it has proved itself.
It's also. Patrick.
You proved yourself
Patrick,
well.
No,
it's-
it proved itself.
I'm not gonna lie. To me, this is actually now the highlight of the tasting, and not because I fucking love it.
It's the highlight of the tasting. For
I'm
me.
still.
Can we get to the ranking?
I still think this is like. Is it April? Is this Fool's Day?
No, it's Cocktober, motherfucker, and I'm gonna shoot you with some nuttiness information.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Let's
we're
get
gonna-
to let's
okay.
get to
We're
the
gonna
rankings.
move on to the rankings.
Tommy.
I'll go first because I have to
I'm
Wait,
gonna keep drinking this while we do this.
first off, are we adding this? I'm calling it Bloody Sunday.
no,
by the
fuck
way.
that.
no.
I want to know where
Bloody
you guys
tampon.
rank it. I want to know where you guys rank it. Fuck that. It's in
Interesting,
there.
yeah.
It's in there. So 7.
This
All
will
right.
really let me
I
know
need
if you're
to-
fucking with me, because if you don't, if this, he said he fucking liked it.
Okay. All right. I got my rankings.
I'm baffled. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right.
I just feel like I feel like your tastes are shut off. Like you're just not allowing it. You're not allowing it to approach you.
What do I need? Some fucking crystals?
I guess. I don't
when I-
know. Take
when I-
your shirt off.
Listen. All right.
No.
You said take
He's
it
like,
off.
I
Steve.
already saw
You
enough.
said take it off.
I already saw enough.
He immediately regretted saying it. No.
Oh, I got a funny story about that too. Oh, it's so funny.
Rankings
All right,
first,
Tommy.
then story later.
Yeah, Tommy.
All right. I'm gonna go with my rankings. I'm gonna make them quick. All
It's
right.
beats. That's what it fucking smells and tastes like. Is fucking beats.
All right,
Never
all
had a
right.
beat. Never had a beat.
I'll give.
All
yeah,
right,
I'll give the
let
beat.
it go.
Tommy.
All right.
It's exactly what it is.
My number one is apparently I think I've been doing this my whole life, but I will always go for the Devil's Anus as mine. I'm voting Devil's Anus as my number one.
Wow, that's surprising.
Well, I think I'm doing it because I'm starting to enjoy the big boy bourbons above the smaller proof. Okay, and I need that taste of alcohol within that caramel flavor, especially with water. So I'm going with that first. My number 2 is the Bloody Sunday.
Real quick, I want to hear you guys talk about that, so don't go nuts.
I do
Call it
too.
Bloody Sunday. Explain that.
Go.
Continue.
I'm a U2 fan.
Please.
I don't know. Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
I understand now.
Not one lesson.
All right, so the bloody one, number 2, and well, actually, this leather taste I'm getting from it, like it's number 2 for me out of all the other 7 because
Hold on, what's number 2?
this what I'm drinking right now. It's
Well,
Oh my God!
It's fine.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to finish this podcast. But go ahead, Tommy.
that
You
is the
keep going.
That is
This-
the biggest upset.
I've never tasted this leather suede taste I've like
There
experienced.
is no way I'm not being fucked
You
with.
have ruined his night.
I'm enjoying it. That's all I'm saying. I'm enjoying the different taste. I'm getting all these same taste every time I drink all these bourbons.
And this one's different.
and this is different.
Yes.
So I'm
Extremely
putting it
different.
at 2, but I'm always going with the Devil's Anus as my first. And number 3 is actually like I hate to say this, but it's the Jefferson's Reserve Pritchard.
Hey, there's
okay.
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing
There's
wrong
no
with that.
reason you got to
Oh, that's
hate
good.
that.
The fruit and lemon combination that I got with that was why I voted it so high, and like because it was so close, I'm going with the Angel's Envy as my number 4. I will always drink Angel's Envy. I will continue to buy it. It will always be one of my top shelf bourbons. It's
Do you agree that's going to be one of your IV bourbons, like Blanton's?
Yeah.
Like if someone said,
Yeah.
"I'm going to have
Yes,
to start
Steve.
an IV on you,
Yes, Steve.
Tommy,"
Yes,
you're going to be
Steve.
like,
I have 3
Angel's
that
Envy, thank
I
you.
have 3. I have 3 that I would go to.
"Yeah,
My 3 IV bourbons
yeah,
are Blanton's, E.H. Taylor, and Angel's Envy.
such good
It's
choices."
just it's what I'm going with.
Yeah,
So
I like those.
it's 4 for tonight, but it's just the way the tasting went. Okay, and 5 is Contradiction. 7 is Old Scout. Old Scout would be higher if I was outside. Okay,
We've heard that.
I know
Yeah.
the toastiness. If I needed that sense of
The flannel.
the roasted mallow,
Yeah, I get it.
I would put that at maybe 4 or 3, but we're inside and my face is hot, so it stays at 6.
What's next?
My last pick is Old Granddad because that fucking cinnamon felt like I took a piece of Cinnaburst gum in the wrapper. I chewed it up, I swallowed it, and I shit it out 7 years later. That's the Old Granddad to me. I will probably not drink the Old Granddad a lot. That's my opinion.
I will drink 4 bottles of Old Granddad at once before I.
All right.
I mean-
easy, big fella.
I'm just saying that the Old Granddad.
Easy
See now,
tiger.
Oh my god.
Old Granddad was my least favorite. That's all I'm saying. I didn't mean it that harm.
Yeah.
That much harm.
No,
Yeah.
no harm taken.
Finish it. Wrap it up.
I'm done.
Oh.
He's
Next.
getting so upset. Like I've never seen him like this.
I didn't do anything
I've never seen him like he can't even look at us.
He ranked it number
He's
2.
staring at the wall. He's staring at the wall.
Jacob, the wire. Maybe try flipping the charger. Go ahead.
Oh, I
next.
love that. I love that leather
I'm gonna.
taste.
I'm gonna fucking punch.
Who's next? Me?
Yes. Yes.
Snake skin.
Okay, number 1.
Don't.
Don't.
Devil's Ants.
Yes. Okay.
Good nose.
Beautiful.
Full body. Plain steak.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Very good.
That's what I have to say about it.
Patrick, you're wise, brother.
Yeah.
You're
no,
a
he's good.
wise motherfucker.
Well, there's a reason why we have him on.
Yeah.
Let's
Thank
see
you.
what
He
happens.
I
has
love
to-
it.
He has to offset you.
Well, yeah. That's for sure. No, that's for sure.
Number
Steve.
2.
It's okay.
Jefferson's. Complex.
Ooh, look at you.
Multiple fruits. And the cherry.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love both of those.
Very good.
Number 3. My favorite. Angel's Envy. Smooth. Caramel. Solid.
He gets a special
Nothing else
star.
to say about that. Pretty simple.
My heart hurts right now.
Number
I'm so
4.
nervous.
Old Granddad 114. Mouthy.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Mouthy. I love
Full-
when you say that.
Wait, what? Which one?
114.
Oh, Granddad.
Oh, I like it.
Good full feel for the mouth.
Too much cinnamon for me.
Strong flavors, but also
Cinnamon?
difficult and,
Cinnamon.
hard to figure out.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, well said. I don't know any other way you can say it.
yeah, it's good, but it takes I think a couple of times of studying to figure out.
Keep going.
Okay, number 5. Contradiction.
That probably would have been the best thing that could have happened.
5 contradiction.
For that,
Okay.
I have medium flavor and a general distinct taste and smell. Nothing bad, nothing outstanding. Good. Number 6, Old Scout, smoky, dark, and okay. Not bad, though. Even though that is my 6th choice.
What was the
Not
6th
bad.
one?
Old Scout.
Old
Okay.
Scout.
Old Scouty.
But it's hard for me to say that because I did enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah.
to
It-
rank these 1 to 6 is hard to do.
Right.
I'd rather rank them individually. 0 through 10.
And that's why we always say, and that's kind of the cool thing about doing the head-to-head, Pat, is
So-
when we do the total rankings, we're not saying that's any of these are a bad bourbon.
7 is your Bloody Sunday?
Jesus, that was aggressive.
Well, no, he didn't.
Of
Well,
course,
uh,
it's 7, Tommy.
Well, I mean, I didn't exactly count that into
Oh, you didn't.
the,
Oh, you didn't count it.
I think
Okay.
he
So
felt-
where would you put it?
Where would you put the last one in there?
very difficult choice.
I thought I was ranking mine with that included.
I feel like he.
I did not.
Oh, okay.
feel like he's not going to put it someplace because he's feeling some aggressiveness from Dave.
Hey, we got to wrap this up. That might die. It's what?
8%.
Hold on.
All right.
Go ahead, keep going.
The Bloody Butcher, I would have to say, is. I don't know if I could rank it in these. Because we tried it after all of them, I don't know if I could do it. It's also so incredibly different.
Yeah. All right. Just throw it in. Just pick a number. I'm
3.
all right.
All right,
Thank you.
good.
Okay.
So pretty high.
What was 1 and 2?
All right, Dave. You're next.
1 and 2 was
I will be last on these.
Devil's Anus.
Last time you were
and
last.
Jefferson.
He put
Nice.
he put blood.
We're similar then.
he
Bloody
put
Butcher.
it
Similar.
3.
Yeah.
All right, now, just relax. Now, relax. Take a couple deep breaths, and let's hear your
Okay.
tasting.
So, my number 1 is Jefferson's Pritchard Hill Cab.
Interesting.
It is the
Wow.
it is the black cherry.
Really interesting.
It is fantastic. I think it's because I'm on a cherry kick. It's something that I'm recently finding in my palate that might have something to do with it.
Sure.
So it may be, I might be partial to that flavor. So that might be what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm trying to really get myself together here. So then my number 2
Tuck it in.
is the Devil's Anse. To me, even though it is coming in at number 2, Devil's Anse is the winner of the night. It was the one that shocked me. It was. But it is the one that shocked me.
It was the shocker.
It was the one that shocked me in the good way. Something else shocked me way more later.
2 and
But it's the one that shocked me. It's the one that shocked me in a good way. It's excellent. Like he said,
shocker.
like a meal. Like it's like a good steak. It's got a
is.
thick mouthfeel. I thought maybe it was chocolate. I'll go back to it and
It's
see
that-
what I get. But I think she might be right with butterscotch.
Is that one of the stink? It's one of the stink.
It was the shocker for me.
Very good.
Then I'm gonna go number 3. I'm gonna go with Old Scout. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait to have more of it. So maybe I can start getting some of those distinct flavors because I did not get the distinct flavors out of it, but I know I enjoyed it. It was good. I can't wait to drink it again. Then number 4 is the Contradiction. Again, wasn't really picking anything distinctful out, but it's good. It's different. It's something I'm so intrigued by. I think that and Old Scout I'm so intrigued by is the only reason it's going above Angel's Envy. Because I know what Angel's Envy is. I know what it is. I know I love it.
To figure out.
Yeah, these two I have to figure out. I think it's my inquisitiveness about those two that is making me rank them above Angel's Envy. And I think that's really the only reason, because Angel's Envy I love. This very easily could actually be number 3 instead of number 5.
Yeah.
Then number 6 is the 114. I don't really think it was particularly close. There's some kind of battle going on in that bottle, as I keep saying. There's like some good things, and it's something that just smacks me in the face and tells me like, nah. But I'll tell you
rushed.
what.
I think Pat said it best. It seemed rushed.
Yeah.
Like they rushed.
Yeah.
They rushed it.
What?
And I'll tell you what.
114.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what. It is leaps and bounds better than the worst bourbon I have ever had.
Yeah.
Sorry, Patrick. I'm sorry. I'm glad you brought it. I'm glad I tasted it, because it is very different. I've never tasted anything like it, without a doubt.
I want you to try it more. I really do.
I want some out.
Jesus.
I want some out.
literally. What did I just do with this last?
Give me
with
some
this
out.
last sip of this? I chased it with Pikesville out of the bottle. I'm glad it came here. I'm glad I did taste it. I don't know if I'll be drinking this.
I'm
again.
not surprised you saying that, though.
Because you said you absolutely
when I first
hated it
tried
your first time.
I thought, this is disgusting.
I think there's something wrong with it.
Well-
maybe I love
Did
feet.
you
I don't
try
know.
it a second and third time?
I tried it 5 or 6 times.
That's fair.
Yeah,
It's fair.
I finished
Okay.
it. I
All right,
finished it.
fine.
It's fair.
I
Very fair.
chased the last part of it with Pikesville
Pikesville's good.
out of the bottle. That's the second time we drank straight out of the bottle. You were the first. Now that was the second.
Can
on
you
the
use
podcast.
another bourbon as a chaser to a bourbon?
When it makes you make the
Yeah.
face that one made
We,
me make. Yeah.
We are believers in that. Yes.
Yeah, firm believers. Firm
Absolutely.
believers. People like to do it with Coke. Like, come on, man, get it together.
Sure.
Okay. Shall I go?
Yeah,
Yeah,
please
this
do.
is my favorite part. Is when Steve's name says. It is.
He was like a kid in a candy store right there. That actually really brought me a lot of happiness, Tom.
I'm gonna.
It does.
Listen,
I'm
seriously,
being
it
honest. I'm being honest.
I'm gonna shock you with mine. I think I'm gonna shock everybody with mine.
Shock out.
I'm telling you right now.
I can't do it because my
Oh.
my pinky's broken. I have a broken pinky, so I can't
my
do the
God.
shocker. I can't do it because
holding it
I have
straight
a
up,
broken.
right?
That's a special shocker.
Yeah.
They call that the curved shocker.
Yeah, it's broken. It's fractured. I should have had surgery. And
Okay, let's get to his rankings.
Okay. All right. I have number 1, Old Scout.
Wow.
A surprise.
Yeah.
A surprise.
Wait.
Tell me why.
That was good.
What is that? New Kids on the Block?
Backstreet Boys, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Backstreet Boys.
Tell me why.
I love me some
I don't know
boy
why I looked at
bands.
Jacob first for that
And
answer.
KO2B, yeah, man. Step
right.
by step.
So it was a tough call between that and Hatfield. I actually scratched them out a couple times, as
see
Pat
that.
can verify.
I can attest to that.
I don't know. There was just so much about it I loved. I can't believe it. It shocked me.
Yeah.
It shocked me. There a little bit of cinnamon, so it had a little bit of the spice on the back end. Smooth, great mouthfeel. I'm a big fan. I will now be a buyer of the Old Scout, and for that matter, the Contradiction.
I'd like to have both on the shelf.
if
for
I
sure.
was outside, that would have been better. But
Enough.
go ahead.
And Tommy, I'll give you a shout out. Toasty. I like
Yeah.
the toastiness.
Toasty.
Yeah,
Toasty,
I loved it
toasty.
too. I just needed to be outside. That's
Number
all.
2 is Hatfield's. I don't think there needs to be a lot said about it. At 125 proof, this bourbon is amazingly flavorful.
Oh, Devils. Okay.
Yeah,
That's your number
Devil's
2?
Ants. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's okay.
Devil's
Gotcha.
Ants. I'm really impressed with it. I'm glad I bought it.
I'm very glad you bought that.
I think price point, not bad.
No, not bad.
No, it was great.
Not
I mean,
bad.
it was my number 1. I mean,
Number 3, Pritchard.
Fair.
I don't really need to say a lot about it.
no.
Yeah.
Complex, smooth. The wine cask gives it a little bit of sweetness, but it's not overbearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was, as you mentioned much earlier in the podcast, better than what I remembered it to be.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot to mention that, too. It's much better than what I remembered it to be.
It made me happy when skies were gray. Yeah. It did. It just did. Sorry, Steve.
Number 4,
Mr.
contradiction.
Left field.
Ooh.
And I
okay.
wanted this to be way higher than what it is because when my lovely wife and I had it for the first time, and she insisted, she gets credit for this, I wasn't going to buy it. She was like, oh, no, you have to buy that. So I did. And then we tried it, and I'm telling you, we both loved it. And I do love this bourbon. Now, when you compare it to these other bourbons, that's why it gets number 4. But it's still really good. I think it's a good everyday drinking bourbon, as Pat said earlier.
Yeah.
It's a great everyday drinking.
If
bourbon.
I was at a bar, and that's all I drank all night, I'd be happy about it.
Yeah.
I'd be happy about
It's a
it.
good way to say it.
Yeah.
Number 5, Angel's Envy. Really like it. Again, it falls under the same sort of umbrella as the Contradiction. It's a tremendous bourbon.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I got to rank it against all these other bourbons.
Yeah. I love Angel's Envy.
Yeah.
I was sad it was at my 5 as well.
I'd still pick it like as my if I came home from work on a Wednesday night and if I had these 7 bourbons to pick from, I'd probably drink Angel's Envy over it. That's all. Keep going.
This guy.
Number 6, Old Granddad. And this one really hurts me.
Yeah.
So, I just find this bottle today, literally today. 114 proof, awesome bottle. It's such a cool bottle. It's got this really cool copper.
Insignia.
Yes.
It's too coppery.
But as Pat and Dave have both explained very intricately and very well done, it's just it's too many places.
Mysterious.
There's something going on with
Yeah,
it.
good way to say it.
I will say when you sent me the picture of the two, because you literally just picked them up today. When you sent me the picture of the two, that was the one I was more excited for than the Devils. I
Really?
was.
I
Yeah.
was too. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Because Dave and I both love and have done the Granddad Bonded 100 proof. And,
Still one of the best
and
bang for your buck bourbons. The bonded.
love it.
Yeah.
But this was a disappointment. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Fair.
I will try it again. I feel like it's batch number 1. I feel like there could be other batches that could be worth trying.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm interested to see what they do with the next
That would be
batches.
very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Actually, I would be excited because it's just something weird going on. I'd be excited to try the next batches.
Yep.
It's just a
Maybe
huge
they did a better job.
imbalance.
It was too cinnamony for me.
Right.
That's all.
So it wasn't a good batch, and I'm going to be the first to say it. And hey, listen, I bought it. I'm coming in with a bias. Like, I want to really like it, and I want you guys to like it. But it was just okay.
Yeah.
So it gets number 6.
Oh.
Number 7.
Real quick, I think we should throw it in there. Actually, we do think it might make a really good old fashioned.
Yes. Yes.
I do remember saying that.
And Tommy gets credit for that. He brought it up, and I agree because there's a spiciness factor. And, of course, at 114 proof, I believe the higher proof bourbons make better old fashions.
Yeah.
I
Now,
think
This
the sugar
this
really
isn't
helped that.
this isn't the next old fashioned winner. This isn't the rating.
This is a
You know what I
bourbon
mean?
tasting,
Like, yeah,
not an
it's a bourbon
old-fashioned
tasting.
tasting.
Right,
It's not
right,
an old
yeah,
fashioned
right.
tasting.
So-
But yes, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
So
No,
I
thank
put-
you.
His new name is Last Word Tommy.
Okay. And I put number 7 as Bloody Butcher, #Bloody Tampon.
Yes, of course.
More appropriate name.
And
my
I
cigarette.
don't put it at 7
my
because I
cigarette.
don't want to see my partner fucking jump out the window, which I'm pretty sure he almost did earlier. I put it at number 7 because I don't know enough about it yet. But I will tell you this: after the second and third taste,
It develops.
it develops. Thank you, Pat. It does.
Into beats.
No, I love
So it is
it.
it is worth the purchase
Trial.
and trial. I agree.
Every bourbon is worth the initial purpose
It is.
to
You're
taste.
right.
Yes.
I agree with that. I am not upset that it made it on this podcast whatsoever.
No.
It
I'm
was my
happy.
number 2.
I agree.
I am happy that it made it on the podcast. As much as I do not like it, I am happy it made it on the podcast.
It was my number 2 because I don't care. I'll lick leather and suede all
Oh,
day.
we know you don't
Like,
care.
I feel like you're licking leather and suede on a regular basis, and it bothers me.
I like
It doesn't bother me. It worries me.
I like shoes and boots, Steven. That's why it's my number 2. I
Like-
love shoes.
Like I'm getting
boots.
I'm getting a Silence of the Lambs feel here.
Yes.
Yes, very
Like
much.
you have a deep well in your basement, and there's maybe a person or two in there.
It puts the suede on the skid.
I love Bloody Sunday and fava beans. I love fava beans.
Damn it! I knew you loved fava beans. I knew
love
there was
fava
something
beans.
about you.
All right.
I can't even do it.
I think this has been an. I think this has been an excellent tasting, filled with surprises and left turns and right turns and things I never thought I'd hear Tommy say.
Maybe some U-turns. With a broken
He's got a
pinky.
crooked pinky.
I got a
His
crooked,
pinky's curved.
I got a crooked pinky for the devil's anus.
But Jacob, are you ready? This is the Bastards of Bourbon. We're out.
I love it, Dave.